Wow. Wow. Wow.
Wow, we're live.
I'm actually I'm hearing myself twice because I think I have. Okay, now we're live. How's it going, Billy?
Good.
We're live. Wow, this is the first ever live edition of Rhystic Study Hall, which is adds a whole bunch of other fucking problems that I gotta work the kinks out of.
Bigger problems.
Yeah, bigger problems. Well, we can't do like that one episode where I just vomited everywhere and then I had to go to the bathroom for like 20 minutes. Remember that?
Have you heard people suggest that we change this podcast to the biggest problems in the universe beyond?
You know what? I never made that connection, but it's the biggest problem in the universe is beyond. That's what
pretty much what this is, right?
I got no problem with that. Honestly, but the problem is we don't want to just complain about magic. I mean, obviously I want to just complain about magic. You actually have positive things occasionally to say about Magic the Gathering, which is good. I want to see. All right, maybe we should start off the episode. Each episode I should say one positive thing about Magic the Gathering cards. So Gleaming Splendor looks cool. I want a copy of Gleaming Splendor. I don't even remember what it does. Gleaming Splendor is what? Whenever they draw
it's a more balanced but maybe even better version of the
Smothering Tithe?
Smothering Tithe, yeah. Smothering Tithe. Is it better than turn 2?
It's definitely more balanced. It's less like, the game is just infinitely surrounding this card.
It's probably going to advance the game on a turn where it really matters compared to turn 5, Smothering Tithe, unless you have a lot of other ramp, but this is a ramp card, so ramping into ramp is like, you better be going off with Smothering Tithe. Smothering Tithe is like great in wheels. This is great just generally. Whenever an opponent draws their second card each turn, you create a treasure token that's coming to play.
Smothering Tithe is off the first draw, right? So Smothering Tithe, if you have one on the table, it's whenever they draw, they either pay 2 or you get a treasure token, or they pay 1.
Well, whenever they draw a card other than their first one, they can pay 2 or you get a treasure token.
Yeah.
So if you wheel, they're drawing 7 cards, and there's no way they have 14 mana available. So you're going to be getting a lot of
treasures. So Gleaming Splendor will only trigger once per turn, unlike Smothering Tithe that triggers off for every tithe. But this one, they don't have the option to pay to prevent you from getting the treasure. This is a lot more balanced. Again, this is better for Commander because you're not getting like 15 treasures in one turn by forcing a bunch of draws.
It's also 2 mana compared to the 4 mana of Smothering Tithe, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you're going to be able to just cast this turn 1 or 2 and start ramping in white. Like you're probably if this is on turn 2, you're probably going to have 3 or 4 extra treasures by the next turn cycle.
Yeah. So when I make a commander deck, so the reason I have a bunch of Smothering Tithes, I think I even have this Smothering Tithe, and it's nice and it's foil and it's cool. But I don't put them in any unless it's like a super competitive EDH deck, I don't put them in there because there's something to me about being the guy at the table who goes, "Oh, my Smothering Tithe, do you want to pay for that?" Same with Rhystic Study. I'm like, I don't want to be dragging. Commander can already go long, especially when you're playing with like people who are maybe not super. Oh, what does that card do? What does that card do? Like newer players. So I don't want to drag the game out an extra hour by being like, "Oh, Smothering Tithe, Rhystic Study, Smothering Tithe, Rhystic Study." So, the reason I like Gleaming Splendor is I just go, "Oh, you drew your second card, I get a treasure." And that's it.
Yeah.
We don't got to think about it for the rest of the turn. This is one card I am trying to get out of the Hobbit.
I'm going to need a Surge Foil one because it goes perfectly in my Mrs. Bumbleflower deck. It's Mrs. Bumbleflower is all about making the opponent draw their second card.
It's interesting. You want to know one other positive thing I could say about Magic? And Billy, this is gonna shock you. I'm always talking trash about. I used to have it that I had our names on here. I gotta figure out how to make it. Anyway, I'm always talking trash about food decks, right? And the TMNT and whatever else.
Yeah.
Well, mostly I've been talking shit about TMNT, but I've been slowly, because they keep putting out cool food cards. I've been slowly. Why does it say biggest problem in the universe, by the way, on the corner of this video?
This podcast is brought to you by the biggest problem in the universe.
No, Vito, I don't even know how to. There it is. Now it's gone. We did do an episode of Biggest Problem in the Universe, guys. Check it out over on the Biggest Problem channel. So I've been talking shit about TMNT. I've been talking shit about pizza cards. And then I've been like slowly building my food deck. I have my I have my Nuka-Cola vending machine. It is interesting that all the best food cards are, look, there's Doctor Who, Astrid Perth. I don't know if you know her.
Yeah, she
Sam, Farmer Cotton.
Wasn't she played by Kylie Minogue?
I think so. You also got, again, you got to get your promo courier of comestibles. I have a lot of great food cards here. The OG Gilded Goose. Okay, and then I said I need a deck box. I need a deck box for my food deck. And I looked and I said, I guess I got to do it. And I did pick up the, oh, yeah, there you go. Well, now I'm in the world of TMNT with my
You got the pizza box, Vito.
Pizza box. Pizza by the shred, Billy.
Vito, you bought a pizza box after all the trash you talked.
Well, because what else am I going to use for the food deck? There's no other deck. I'm autistic, Billy.
It's true.
Did you just get those?
No, I've had them for a while. I just started talking trash about the turtles. So I talking trash about the turtles. So I had to pull out my bomb ass shredder and Krang.
Dude, those are so cool. You know that commander deck? The commander deck for turtles was based off like the video games.
Yeah,
which is why it has. I almost wonder if they meant to originally include those pixel cards in the commander deck, and they said, "Nah, we can make those a bonus sheet or whatever else," because they are so cool.
They're definitely a bonus sheet material. Like the wasn't the version of Partner called Player Select in the
yeah. So it's like a total Turtles in Time like themed deck, which is cool, and I kind of like that a lot. It's got like arcade machine is a good card in there, whatever else. Point I was trying to make though, Billy, is that's pretty. See, I
could have went on Etsy and you could have probably could have got a hot dog box.
That's Turtles themed. Yeah, you're right. I could have got like a 3D printed one.
You should have got one custom made that said Vito's Pizzeria on it.
Okay, but I'm saying I'm terminally autistic and I want my deck boxes to match. And here's the other problem though, is there's no food sleeves that I could find. I said, are there sleeves with the pizza? And apparently there's not. Other than that, Billy, I got a new deck box. Have you picked up any Hobbit cards lately? Anything new and exciting?
I couldn't pull the trigger on a $1,000 box.
Yeah, I guess we should talk about that, huh?
I'm waiting to see if it goes down, and then maybe I'll do some trading or something for one. But I'm kind of thinking this is a single set.
Yeah, dude, this is absolute. Well, here's the thing: is I'm not even upset that it's like $800 for a box because I'm going, man, the singles are going to be dirt cheap for this because that means everybody in there. And it was the same way with Lord of the Rings. Oh my god! All right, let me see if I can share this here.
I saw a guy open one pack. He said it was his first pack. He got the Dwarven Mox Amber foil in his pack, and then I saw another guy open 24. Booster displays, and he got one foil Mox Amber out of 24 booster displays.
Oh, did you watch a guy open 24 booster displays, Billy?
I did, and I was like, man, I would not want to watch.
Let me see if I can look that up real quick. Did you watch this guy open 24 collector booster displays?
You know, I did.
The guy,
$17,000 of Hobbit collector boxes he opened.
You want to know what's interesting about? You want to know what's interesting about that guy? Hey, look at these thumbnails where this guy kind of gestures at something off to the side. It almost kind of looks like the guy who made these thumbnails also made this thumbnail and helped this motherfucker get 3.6 thousand views by plugging this on Reddit until I got banned for plugging it on Reddit. So yeah, this is my buddy Wallet Fatigue. He is a big time whatnot seller. Came to me and he said, hey, I just opened 24 collector boxes. I'm like, that's stupid. Why did you do that? Well, the reason he did it is because he sells singles on Whatnot.
Yeah.
He's probably selling them right now. So I kind of helped him. It's funny that you saw that. Where did you see the video? Was it on YouTube or was it on Reddit that you saw?
It was on YouTube. Yeah.
It was on YouTube. You're scrolling around.
Yeah.
All right. Vito's thumbnails work is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
This is completely unplanned. Billy saw my thumbnail and he clicked on it. I mean,
true.
Let's be real. When you say a guy who's going to open 24 collector, I don't think anybody else opened 24 collector boxes on camera. But he kind of did get hosed a little bit.
He showed everything he got. And it was like there was one Dwarven Mox Amber foil that that, like, again, I saw one guy open one pack and get one. He was like, this is my
Yeah.
first pack of the Hobbit, and he got one. I'm like, the variance is wild. And everything he opened out of 24 boxes, I think there was one gleaming splendor surge foil, maybe.
Dude, you can get totally hosed on these boxes.
I think he said he had 13 surge foil mythics out of 24 boxes. I don't know if that was.
When he told me, I don't know how he set this up. So what is the point of you have one video feed, which is you opening all the boxes, a second video feed, which is you showing what you got, and a third video feed of you not looking at the camera and like, dude, I don't think you in the corner looking down at the car. I don't know. Maybe that's helpful to somebody.
I mean, he can have his moments where he looks up. Like, nobody's actually watching to look at him, right?
But I'm saying, yeah, well, at that point, I don't even know if the time lapse of opening 24 packs or 24 boxes is necessary. I think just showing the hits is probably fine. This is like over here almost as what was the point of that? Is anyone watching this thing down in the corner?
It's
now
probably,
I'm just being hypercritical.
It's just his whatnot brain, because whatnot, you always have multiple screens, multiple captions trying to keep people's attention. And I guess that folds over here. But yeah, I would have just looked at the damn table mat with the cards coming out. And then I would have been
tell him that, man. I tried to say, like, hey, man, just lay out what you got. People just want to see the polls,
Yeah, but they were not. I think I wouldn't want to spend $17,000 on what he got. Hopefully he can recoup it. Hopefully he gets on whatnot. And I think he said it's going to be interesting at $1.
Yeah. So the way he sells, man, is like people on whatnot. How do I put this? The way whatnot goes is it's so fast that you don't. If you're a single seller on whatnot, I hate to say it, it's the same with the Pokemon guys or whatever else. Is that you have to sell the cards quicker than anyone can look up the prices. So me with this guy, I do pretty good because in my head he goes, okay, we're running this card 10 seconds, and I go, that's a $20 card, bid 15, boom, profit. Sometimes I'll fuck up and be like, oh shit, I thought that card was worth more. But with the Hobbit, he's lucky. It's a brand new set. People don't really know the prices. And also, it's first week. So people are overvaluing the cards based on what the CG player has anyway. So he's definitely, this is a guy, he knows what he's doing. He's definitely going to make profit. Like, he'll put up a card like, let's be real, these Arcanstones, like a non-foil Arcanstone, this will eventually be $10, $8 maybe. Yeah, I mean, it's good, but like, a non-foil regular one, it'll be like $10, $12. I don't think it's like
every white commander deck's gonna like want one, right? It searches out legends, it buffs creatures, it draws cards.
Yeah, but let's be clear, how much Lord of the Rings is going to be? I mean, look at like Flowering of the White Tree. You go, what deck do you not put that in? All your legendary creatures get +2, +1, and get
that's just
ward
legendary
or whatever.
Creatures. It doesn't draw cards and it doesn't search. This is a tutor. It's a card draw and a little bit of creature buff.
Oh my God. All right. So what's in Arkansas? Anytime I say anything on this show, Billy goes, well, actually, Vito, I think you're undervaluing. Let me see what an Arkansas goes for right now. I don't even think it's that much right now. Okay, it is a lot right now. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because if it does go down to 10, I'll wait.
Look, a basic one you can get is $11 if you want an $11 Arcanstone right now, near mint, $12 for an Arcanstone.
I think it's worth picking up at $11. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think it'll stay at 10, $11. A shit ton of this is going to get opened, and it only goes in white. I mean, compare this to like Palantir. Palantir can go in any color deck, and is what, like $20? It's worse than Palantir because it's only one color.
Is it worse than Palantir though?
It is worse than Palantir.
It's a tutor.
It's worse than Palantir.
it's interesting. I'd say if it's $10, it's $10. If it goes down lower than $10, it's an awesome card for a deck. If it becomes a $2, all
right, but it doesn't matter, Billy. Here's the problem: is I try to make a point, and then you bring me down a fucking complete. Yes, sure. Maybe it's a $5,000 card. The point I'm trying to make is right now it's pre-selling for what, $60? If he can sell these on whatnot for $70, $80, and I see people bidding $70, $80, he's going to be a happy boy. I think he's going to do all right. You know why I'm a happy boy? Because I made him a thumbnail and I told him how to make a YouTube video and not look like shit. And he's sending me a box of Lord of the Rings set boosters. So I'm a happy boy as well. That is my payment for my services. So I will have a little bit of Lord of the Rings showing up. I don't know if I'm going to crack it, sell it on whatnot or what.
You have to tell him your thumbnail worked amazingly because it made me look at it, and I don't look at anything.
It did work. Look, this is the only video on his channel. He got 3.6K views. I think actually what happened was me posting it on every Reddit board until I got banned from the Magic board. And they said, you're not allowed to post box openings. We warned you, and you post a box opening. I'm like, oh, like I don't have 8,000 fucking Reddit names. I'm going to post shit whenever I want to, you fucking idiots. All right. The fucking Magic mods, you can't post Magic cards here, duh. Okay, sure, fine. Hobbit collector booster displays, cheapest one on TCG right now is $900. Now these are 900? It's technically not out yet though, right?
Yeah, not yet.
I mean, usually day of release, a lot of guys wait to list their boxes until the market reaches kind of a fever pitch. Okay. Yeah. And then the day that they're technically allowed to sell them, they'll go, I'll do mine for $850. And then another guy goes, oh, I'll do mine for $800. So we're going to see on, I think, release day, I think we're going to see us shoot down $100, but these might hold at 800. I don't know.
I don't think everyone is allowed to sell pre-release, right? You have to be a certain type of vendor.
That's very correct.
Once
a lot of TCG player vendors cannot list boxes right now.
Once that flood opens on actual release day, I would hope it drops.
There's also, somebody told me if you go to Mana Pool, you can also find cheaper boxes. So let's take a look. Lord Rings Collector. That did not help at all. Lord of the Rings Collector. How do I find sealed stuff? Collector booster pack, collector.
Hobbit collector?
Oh yeah, Hobbit collector booster box. Over on Mana Pool, 776. Okay. So this is a nice life hack, guys. I've learned this on occasion. If you're looking on TCG Player and you think the prices are a little out of whack, sometimes you can hop over to Mana Pool. Look at this. You got multiple guys, 2 boxes, 1 box, 1 box, 1 box. Honestly, I mean, if you're looking right now at TCG Player, you're gonna have to pay $900. Maybe get an $800 box. Billy, you can get an $800 box? You're thinking about it.
Nah, I think I would rather pay $600.
I think I would rather take that $800, Billy, and buy singles. Okay. Yeah. I saw somebody post what they got out of 7. Is that what you were looking at? That picture of the guy who opened 7 boxes? Because I was like, dude, if I opened 7 boxes and this is what I got, I'd feel like a fucking idiot. My buddy, this guy Wallet, man, he opened 24 boxes. Do you know how many 1 rings he got out of all those boxes?
0, right?
0 fucking 1 rings, man.
Yeah, that's wild.
Even though it's in there, not only does he get to open, that's 24 box toppers. So he didn't hit it out of any of those. And you also seem to get about 2 more box topper cards in each box, like foils and non-foils and whatever else. And again, not a single 1 ring. I don't even know if he got an Orcish. I didn't see an Orcish Bowmaster either.
He did get 2 Orcish Bowmasters at least. I saw in the box topper pack because he opened up like 5 extra boxes, I guess, or 5 extra box toppers. He got an extra one in it, and he already had one in it before. I watched the video. I was not. It made me want to get a box even less, knowing that he had 24 boxes. Because like there was probably out of what he opened, there was maybe a handful of cards I wanted. I wanted like 8 of the cards he opened. I think I probably could have got them for $200.
Okay, so this is interesting. What's going on with these sets is that it seems like we're getting to the point where I think it's just singles all day. I don't see any reason at this point to open a collector booster box. So here's a guy who opened 7 collector booster boxes, and I'm going to try and zoom in on what he hit here. Okay, again, I don't see any 1 rings. You know, a Galadriel's Dismissal is like $20, a Mithril Coat's probably $30. So I don't know if any Surge or whatever. I go, okay, these are all fine, but like, you know, I can just honestly, I don't even like this Mithril Coat. I'd rather get the one from Lord of the Rings, which is just a cool pick. It's not a little Hobbit. Ooh, I'm wearing my Mithril Coat to be Bilbo.
I do want that Cavern Horde Dragon though.
Okay, so like, yeah, the Surge foils are kind of cool, but I also go, I don't really want a Surge foil. Like, my life is not going to be, if I open a Surge foil Call from the Tempest or a Surge foil Reprieve, my life is not made infinitely better, or a Surge foil Grima. Yes, I'd like a Surge foil March of the Ents or a Tom Bombadil or a Cavern Horde Dragon, But if it's $150 for a Surge Foil Cavern Horde Dragon, instead of buying a booster and a half of the Hobbit, why don't I just buy the fucking dragon if I really just want the dragon? Yeah. It's the same for a lot of this stuff. Like, what is it? Like, Queen of Dale is fantastic. I actually think I want to pick one up before the prices get. I think she's a sleeper. I think Bilbo's a sleeper.
Bilbo's great.
Yeah. So, I mean, and it's also, this suffers from the same problem Final Fantasy had, which is a Surge Foil really that much cooler than a regular foil? Now, for Final Fantasy, I just said, look, I love Final Fantasy. I want the top rarity of everything. I can't live without a Surge Foil Cloud.
Okay. Surge Foil is much cooler. It is. It really is.
Is it? I don't. Yeah.
There's cool, and then there's the coolest. It's just the coolest. I mean, but like a foil version of these cards is fine. It's awesome. If you see a foil Gleaming Splendor or a Surge Foil, you're gonna be like, "Oh, that's Gleaming Splendor. That's awesome."
Yeah, but okay. Gleaming Splendor is an example of one where I go, that card is so fucking cool, and it's got that dragon where I go, yes, I want a Surge Foil of that. Cloud, one of the coolest Final Fantasy cards. I want a Surge Foil of Cloud. This is a lady writing a book with a bunch of coins around her, and I go, I don't really need a Surge of that. That's not that big a deal to me. And if I can get, again, the foil right now is 35 compared to the Surge Foil at 160, I go, that's an absurd jump for the Surge Foil. Yeah. I know she's good, but again, it is just a lady giving a guy a bag of donuts with writing with a little feather and a book.
Okay? I wonder what the demand on these is going to be, because I don't think it's $160 is the demand, right? Once all these boxes start to get open on release day. Man,
okay, so like this, I think, this is up there as like, this is Rhystic study level of cool. Okay. So if this card now, I don't think $500 will hold. I don't know. Maybe it will. I'd say I could see this at like $300, $400.
Would you buy it at 300? Like, would you get one at 300?
Let's see. Somebody bought one at 650. Someone bought one at 700. Someone bought one at 650. What are you guys, stupid? Look, now they're all 500 and you can't sell any of them. I would not pay. I would pay $150 for this.
Because I think a lot of these guys.
I'm not a Lord of the Rings guy. Is my thing though.
I would probably drop 200 on this.
Yeah.
Like, I would get one at two. If it goes down to 200, I'm probably grabbing one.
For $200, you're gonna buy this Surge Foil Gleaming Splendor.
Yeah, I believe within a year it'll be double the money probably. But it's got to take a year.
If you're talking about an investment, maybe. I don't know. I think. Look, here's what's gonna happen is. I don't think there's any reason. If you have one, you shouldn't want. If you want a surge of everything, you're fucked. Okay, as we've expressed, we're in the. It used to be if you were a Magic completionist, you could go, I want one of every card in every version. Okay, you can't do that anymore unless you're Johnny Moneybags, nor should you want to do that. Like, even me, I'm completing a set of Final Fantasy. Even me, there's a couple cards where I go, yeah, I'm not paying $600 for a Surge Cloud, and I'm not getting the Secret Lair bonus cards, which are like $800, $900. It's fine. Get the stuff that you really want. I think this is a good time for singles, man. Is that buy the one or two you want? If you see a good deal on a Surge, of a cool Surge, get that. Because let's be like, what are the booster packs? I'm seeing people paying $9 for a booster pack, and I go, why would I spend $9 on a booster pack when for $90, what can I get for $90? I could get a whole bundle of the Hobbit. That would be fun. For $90, I could get a borderless Gleaming Splendor. I think these are in play boosters, right?
Yeah, I believe you can get foil and non-foil out of the play.
It's the way
boosters.
Final Fantasy was, where only the Surges are exclusive to the collector boosters. So this card's coming down. This card will be $25 is my prediction for the book cover. I mean, let's compare it to a Sephiroth alt art. You know what? It'll be whatever a Sephiroth alt art.
I think Seph's over 50, isn't he?
Yeah. So it'll be higher than I just said. A Sephiroth alternate art right now near mint is $65.
Yeah.
So it'll be like $50-$60 to get the alternate art. You can pull this guy out of play boosters as well. It's a big cool hit.
What's what's the 7th edition or the Final Fantasy 7 background version of Sephiroth in non-foil going for?
What do you mean? Because
there's two different full border Sephiroths.
I think that's actually less.
Yeah, that's
he's like
59?
$60 all day.
Okay, a few bucks less.
Yeah.
That's probably what this will level out at, $60.
I think even less though. Sephiroth has the oh my god, it's Sephiroth factor going for it.
He has
Whereas
so
Gleaming
many variants.
Splendor is like an enchantment.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that many. He has his base version and then he has 2 alt arts. Gleaming Splendor only has the 1 alt art, but I still think, Sephiroth is like, the thing about Sephiroth is Final Fantasy fans who don't play Magic are going, I gotta get a Sephiroth. Nobody's saying that about Gleaming Splendor. There's nobody who just read their copy of The Hobbit and went, I gotta get that Gleaming Splendor card. Then no, they want Smog.
Because Sephiroth doesn't go in every black deck, but doesn't Gleaming Splendor kind of just go in every white deck? Like,
it's gonna be
Commander.
Yeah, but I still think, okay, we can say as guys who are good at Magic, hey, you got a white deck, you should probably put that card in there. Most people are not building commander decks to be their, ultimate form. They're not psychopaths like us loading it up with the best possible thing. They kind of just use whatever they have. So I really don't think if a guy's got a white deck, does he sit around going, if anything, he goes, I need a Mind Stone before he needs a Gleaming Splendor. I'd rather have a Mind Stone in my white deck. Nice little white mana rock, mana accelerant before I want a Gleaming Splendor. I think this will get down to like $40-$50. And that's, pick it up. I'm not even, look, it's a little weird to have a brand new Magic the Gathering set. But it's the same with Marvel superheroes. I don't think I've ever bought an actual pack of maybe 1 or 2. I bought like 1 or 2 collector boosters. And then I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to stick to singles. I don't like the lottery feel of this. I don't want to pay $50 and go, oh boy, I got fucking Squirrel Girl's hat. There's just way too much opportunity to totally fucking whiff.
Yeah, I think when Arena Direct comes out, maybe I'll try to win a couple of these.
Fucking Arena Direct keeps fucking me. And look at how quick it drops off too. So first page, you got, oh my god, $500 card, $300 card, $200 card. Okay, and then you get to the second page, you're already down to like $50 cards, $15, $25. You get to the third. Hobbit is not a big set. Once you get to the third page, you're already looking at under $10 for a card. So your chance of like getting a big money card out of your pack is like it's not that high, man. Especially
what's
a lot
Lonely
of this
Mountain
stuff
going for right now? Because I feel like that's
going for a lot.
I feel like that's going to be a good card. It does a lot. It's fetchable. It makes dudes. I guess it's equipment based, but there's so many good equipment now. Even for 5 mana, make a 2/2 off a fetch land.
I can get a borderless Lonely Mountain for $3, Billy. I can get a foil. I can get a foil for 10. Look, it's going to be open till infinity. I mean, I don't know how any Lord of the Rings card is holding value right now, and most of them aren't. Let's be clear, like most Lord of the Rings rares are under $1 because the set was open to infinity. I think you're going to see that with the Hobbit is like, if you just want basic singles out of here, okay, Orcish Bowmaster, like there's the stuff from Lord of the Rings that held value was like One Ring, Orcish Bowmaster, Palantir, Mithril Coat, a couple others, Last March of the Ents. But like, even like, Aragorn, who's a good fucking commander. What's a basic bitch Aragorn going for? That's a pre-release one. Universes Beyond Aragorn is like $5-$6. It's not
the cheap version too. So it's
yeah, but I'm saying, like even what was the expensive version? Borderless? No, that's from the Hobbit. A Showcase Scrolls version, even a Showcase Scrolls foil is $25. That's crazy for something coming out of the Lord of the Rings collector's edition, special edition.
It's not. It's a 4-color legend too. Like he doesn't fit in everything, but yeah, it's not the best. The Palantir, the One Ring, they all fit in like so many decks, so they're gonna have that bigger price. The Mithril Coat fits in like every deck. It's just give your instant speed, give your commander hexproof or indestructible. It's just it works.
I guess the real question that we're having though is, so does the Hobbit collect? I think collector booster box prices right now are completely divided from the actual value of what's inside. I think people are buying them knowing that they're going to lose money, which is really weird. If you're a value-focused player of this game, you should understand that it's not like before where a collector booster box, you had pretty much, I'd say like 70% chance to break even or profit on a collector booster box.
The Final Fantasy collector booster boxes, you were able to like get your money back, but also the ones that whiffed bad. Like you spend $150 on a pack and get like $4 worth of cards.
You would have what do you call it? You would have boxes that would have like 1 surge foil, and then you'd watch other guys open a box that would have like 10 surge foils, and you go, why did you guys do this? Why didn't you guys make the like even? It was actually crazy how completely wild the fucking the boxes were. They were just spread out in a completely randomized way. We're opening them. I opened a couple Japanese boxes, and then I realized I'm like, oh, these are just like so swingy that like opening the packs is just a nightmare. I need to stop immediately.
You just got to get that black chocobo.
Yeah, well, it's not happening. So I guess the question, I don't know. Look, at this point, dude, like, buy this if you're really bored and have $800 to spend, with the understanding that you're gonna get fucked. Like, I think you now have to go into a collector booster box going, I'm definitely going to lose money.
I love The Hobbit. I grew up on it. My dad would read it to me as a little boy, little child. I would take his book into school and read it on book day and sit there. I would read The Hobbit as a little boy. It means something to me. And even I'm like, fuck this, $800.
$800 is just. I remember the MSRP for this is supposed to be $450, right?
Yeah.
So at $450, I think me and you both would go, hey, I'll get 1 or 2. You know, because that's the value I'm seeing come out of here. I honestly, I'm seeing about $400, $500 worth of value come out of these boxes. I'm not seeing $800 worth of value, unless you pull the fucking dork dragon, which I'm telling everybody, why do you want this dork dragon? It's a little kid dragon. It is a baby dragon. You don't need a baby dragon card in your life.
It's a little kid story. If
I had $20,000 spent on magic cards, I would buy a Mox. I'm not gonna buy a little baby dragon. This is the stupidest fucking thing in the world. Why does anybody want this?
I definitely wouldn't buy it, but I would love to open it. It would be awesome to open.
If you opened it, would you keep it?
50-50. I would probably end up trading it out for some other shit.
Let's put it this way. If money was no, let's say you were like riding high on the hog and you're not strapped for cash and you open a dragon, are you going to keep the dragon or you have to trade it in for other magic cards? That's your 2 options. Would you keep the dragon? I mean, I guess I think the other argument is, yeah, but I opened the dragon, so it's like my special dragon.
Yeah, right. I would probably keep it. Like all the good stuff I open, I still have pretty much. I have like the Bumbleflower. I got the Aurelia, the War Leader serialized. Like I'm holding on to them, but they're not that valuable. They're like a couple grand, maybe a grand.
You think that Aurelia might be worth like $800 or something, huh? I would say though, to me, I think people. What did Ben Master Bateman pay for this fucking card? Didn't he pay like 20 grand for it or something?
I think they said they traded it in for 25 grand worth of trades in cash, which is way too much. I think at best this is going to be because a lot of people are opening these too. At best, it's going to be a $10,000 card, I think, and I think that might even be a little too high.
I think Journey's End Games probably did it to hopefully
promo.
They did it. Yeah, it's like a promo and to get people hyped and let people know you can buy Lord of the Rings from us. Did you pull a headliner card? We're putting out a bounty. It's actually interesting how many of these I've already seen pulled. It's like, what was the last headliner card? It was
we had the Mind Stone from the Marvel Superheroes.
I'm seeing less Mind Stones get pulled.
Because there were only like 150-ish of those out there. And
I thought there's only 150 Smogs. Are there 500
I heard
Smogs?
there was like 500, yeah. So means it's on the same line as the Super Void. Remember the Super Void from Edge of Eternities?
Yeah.
They had the blackout.
I'm just seeing these pop out. The number of these I'm seeing pop out. I'm going, dude, if somebody offers you 20K for that card, fucking take it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm also making the argument to people again. The One Ring was the One Ring. My God. This is like the most important fucking Lord of the Rings artifact of all the things. Smog is a dead fucking dragon. He's dead.
Smog is the One Ring of the Hobbit, right?
Smog sucks. He sucks. No, the One Ring of the Hobbit is the One Ring. That's
the One Ring in Lord of the Rings was taking the freaking ring to Mordor and dropping it in the volcano. That was the whole story. This was to go get Smog. You had to go get Smog.
So they are saying there's about 500 gold. There are 500 gold Smog, similar to Bitterbloom Barret and Emeritus, both of which I also don't want. I mean, I'm going, instead of Baby Dragon, like, I would trade that thing. You know, like, I see a serialized Shockland from Ravnica Remastered, and I go, oh, serialized Watery Grave. I'd rather have like a bunch of play sets of like serialized Shocklands than Smog is a big old dragon. Look, he's a 4/3, and it's so fucking. It's gold.
Okay,
it's like
if I open
this,
I would probably try and trade it for a couple of Thanos Mind Stone, Soul Stones, the Infinity Stones. I would probably try and get a few of those. Shit.
You don't.
As much as I love the Hobbit, like
I want stones.
I would rather have the Thanos. The Thanos shit is way cooler to me.
Yeah, I think I'm saving all my money for Reality Fracture, and that's the bottom line. Hopefully, Reality Fracture has some cool shit in it. Although the serialized card from Reality Fracture is isn't it like a big fat lady? No, the big fat lady is the regular.
No, it's the
version.
The black
the red
version
black
of,
thing.
I thought it was the reality bent version of the Strixhaven.
No. It's a fat black lady. Hold on, not black, like black red. Yeah.
I thought it was the black card. It was like a 2-drop that was
this
gave
one,
you the black ancestral recall. Oh, okay. So she's black red colored. Yeah, she
Bloodline like Recollector.
Yeah, she's the play off of the Strixhaven one though, right? Because they use the same border and everything.
This is the one. No, I don't know. Hold on.
Yeah, she makes black ancestral
target
recall.
Player draws 3 cards and loses 3 life. Okay, yeah. So she is. Wow, that's really powerful. Yeah. Holy shit! You get an ancestral recall on turn 3 for 1 black, and you just lose 3. Jesus.
If 3 more creatures died this turn,
she doesn't start prepared. That's the difference. I thought she could just do that right away. I was like, oh my!
She's gonna kick some. She's gonna kick some ass with in that Sephiroth deck.
Yeah, she's not. She's all right. 2/2 is not that exciting though.
Spend turn 1 and 2 giving you little sack fodders, then you put Sephiroth out, then you play her the next turn. It's like It's I don't know. It's got synergy. I don't know if it's that powerful, but the synergy makes it good.
So $900 for a Hobbit box. So that means we just got to buy 25 Hobbit boxes. We just got to open 1 Smog, sell it. That guy opened 24
for it 24 and didn't get a Smog.
Yeah, I know.
He didn't even get a damn 1 ring.
Dude, he got totally. That's what I'm saying, dude. Is like I'm looking at what people. This was the guy who opened 7 of them, and I'm looking at what he got. I was like, well, he got 1 Surge Smog. I don't even like that frame. He got 1 Mox Amber. Doesn't even look foil. Then you get and then look at what his mythics were out of 7 collector boxes: some golems, some bears, 1 Bilbo, Queen of Dale's good, Arkenstone's good. There's no gleaming discoveries here. It looks like you got 1 gleaming discovery, or gleaming splendor, sorry, in regular foil. That's the other problem with the Hobbit. It's kind of a small set. It doesn't have a complete commander set to go along with it to add a bunch of. Honestly, Marvel has a lot more value, like grabbing weird commander cards from the Jumpstart and whatever else. It's like I can't believe they didn't do commander decks. I know they're doing the War of the 5 Kings, but that's only got 5 extra cards that appear in here. Half the set is just Lord of the Rings cards again. It's just Mithril Coats and Saurons. It's the same set.
It's their chance to reprint, right? I want to really take a close look at this set because of how expensive it was. I've really only been surface level watching it. I'm like, I don't know how deep it actually goes. It looks like dwarves might be a thing. We love tribal in Magic, right? And we got a goblin tribal. We have the other side of the elves because Lorwyn had the black green elves, and Lorwyn made a black green blue elf lord, and they have a black green blue elf lord in here because the elves here are green and blue. So they're marrying
4 dancing bears, Billy. Okay, that's all I see. Everything you say, and I just see a guy open 4 dancing from dark to dawn. And this is ultimately why I think the price of this set is going to come down. Is you watch a guy open a pack and he's like, oh, I can't wait to get some cool elven archers like Legolas or big sword guys like Aragorn. And it's a bunch of dwarves and fucking hobbits. Look, trading bags of gold, dancing with bears. I mean, this is a little kid set. This is baby shit. You got one Gandalf. Should have been more Gandalfs. It's kind of goofy. The set's a little.
But you
goofy.
have to figure out what in it has long-term value, right? Because when it does drop, when people do realize it's a little goofy, there's going to be sleepers here like tribal cards. There's going to be sleepers here that are just really good playables. And I think this is an overall thing with Universes Beyond. We're seeing so many of the Doctor Who cards start popping up now, and people have no idea. They never looked at the set. And there's a ton of great stuff in there. And I think that's a side effect of Universes Beyond. We're getting more magic people don't pay attention to because they're adverse to it. They hate it because it's something they don't like. I don't like Doctor Who. I don't like Lord of the Rings. Most people like Lord of the Rings. But I think there's a lot of actual playable sleeper cards that as an investor, as a player, you want to get them before everybody else catches on. So you really got to take a look at these sets.
I do agree that one of the smartest things you can do with a lot of this Universes Beyond stuff is really take some time, look through, and figure out which cards are just like so good that if you ever want to like really so like I just bought a bunch of Slumbering Trudge. This is not a Universes Beyond card, but I'm seeing this card get played a bunch. I bought like 100 of them at 50 cents. This is a 1-drop with a 6 mana, 6 power, 6 toughness. There's a card in Lord of the Rings as an equipment that says like artifact or instants and sorceries cost less equal to the power and toughness of the equipped creature. There's also right now a green Eldrazi deck that is using this card because remember Fanatic of Ronus from Modern Horizons 3?
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, if you have a creature with power 4 or greater, it taps for 4 mana. So turn 1 this, turn 2 Fanatic of Ronus, and then on the next turn you're tapping for like 8 or 9 based on whatever else you played. So yeah, you kind of got to pay a little bit of attention. One of the best Universes Beyond specs I made, I think I only picked up like 6 or 7 copies of this guy. He's now up to $30. I think I was picking him up back when he was 12. But this is from Warhammer. 1 and a green for a 1/3. Tap. Add 1 mana of any color. If this mana is spent to cast a creature spell, that creature enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it.
Yeah.
So you go, okay, if a deck's theme is +1/+1 counters, which so many commanders, their theme is +1/+1 counters, this card like is an auto include. It's a mana fixer that puts a +1/+1 counter on a creature when it comes into play. I said this one, and I was right, dude. At the time when I bought it, I noticed recently, if you look at the top cards from the set, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's one off from being in the top 10. I was like, shit, I picked right. And I bought this guy back when he was like $12, and I said he's just going to keep going up because I don't know when they can reprint. Biophagus, I think, is like a Warhammer term, right? They can't just really, if they want to reprint it, they would have to change the name. Yes. Oh shit, if it's creature Tyrannid, okay, so that's another place you really need to look is how do they reprint this without using? They can't use the word Tyrannid, right?
I don't know. I don't think so, unless they had some rights deal with them to be able to reprint.
They would have to change the creature type to reprint, because they've always said, hey, if a card really gets that crazy and we don't have the rights anymore, like the One Ring, they could reprint it as Super Magic Ring and it could have all the same abilities. But they couldn't do that with this because they would have to change the creature types, because the creature type is a protected term, Tyrannid, from the Warhammer world.
I wonder if they'll do something where, like, you know how they have parties and all the warrior, the cleric, the rogue, the wizard, they're all part of a party. And then now they have the outlaws. They're like mercenaries, rogues, etc., pirates or outlaws. I wonder if they'll be able to cluster like a Tyrannid with like a Homerid or something. I don't know what the equivalent would be, but they're all part of a cluster and count as the same thing. Like you could make a Kithkin and a dwarf, a Kithkin and a Hobbit all be like halfling, so they all work as halfling. You know, I wonder if there's a way to, because historically they've changed creature types on cards more than any other like update to like the base rule text of a card, to the point where we now have hero creatures that exist in Magic today that were erased from Magic 30 years ago, you know?
Well, I saw a good point made, and I've made this point before, is the Magic should not be inventing new creature types, okay? Hulk as a berserker hero is fine. There's no reason for him to be a gamma berserker hero. And they even have a couple cards that say, like, all your gamma creatures get +2/+2. And I go, I think that's actually worse, because it would be cooler if I wanted to build a berserker deck. Why doesn't it say make all berserkers get +2/+2? Then I could actually have, in a way, they're like separating Universes Beyond out from Magic when they should be doing the exact opposite and having it integrate with the existing game, where they're like, no, gamma creatures only care about other gamma creatures. You go, shouldn't they be forced to align with what Magic offers rather than being their new thing?
Do you think they might be planning a World War Hulk set and gamma will matter then?
I'm trying to figure it out, but they're doing it with Star Trek, and I'm trying to see. Star Trek announced a new card. Is this it? Gorn Captain? Oh, wow, they already have some spoilers up here. So somebody pointed out, they said, hey, for the longest time, Viashino was a Magic creature type. And they said, you know what'll be cool is we'll make all the Vashino into lizards, because then you can build a lizard tribal deck. We have Bloomborough coming out. You go, oh, that's awesome. Lizard creatures. Yeah, hey, that'll make it. And then they go, Gorn Captain, creature Gorn Soldier. Make him a fucking lizard. There's like a bunch of Gorn creatures in the new Star Trek thing. And you go, you have all these lizard lords from Bloomborough. It is so much more interesting when the game interlocks and all the pieces fit together than going, yep, he's a Gorn. He does Gorn stuff.
Well, they might have to respect the property too.
Because would Star Trek not call a Gorn a lizard? Would they say he's not a lizard? He's clearly a lizard.
Well, the Star Trek might want them to be Gorn. No, Gorn means something to us. I mean, Star Trek is like the OG. Well, maybe not the OG, but like they had Klingon. They had their own language built into their fandom. They take it very seriously. So I think Gorn erasure might piss off a bunch of the.
So make him a Gorn lizard soldier, and then he can integrate with the existing fucking Magic world, as opposed to now he does not fit into any sort of tribal deck.
You think the Gorn would look at you and say, "Oh, then why don't we make all the human creatures human ape creatures?" You son of a bitch.
Whatever. All right, we're getting spoilers from Star Trek. Coming out of the big Star Trek convention in Las Vegas, which Magic decided to sponsor. I guess that makes sense. It allowed them to basically take over the convention and make it into their own Magic convention. I wonder if I can get any shots of the convention hall. Here's a new card. It's Open Communications, which has flashback, but we have to call it something else. Draw a card for 1 blue, sorcery, so it's already bad. I mean, I guess it's fine. And then it has Beam Me Up for 2 blue. You may cast this card from your graveyard. You can flash this back if you also return a creature you control to its owner's hand. So, on the surface, this is terrible. Obviously, if you have a deck that has enters the battlefield abilities that you want to abuse by returning creatures to hand, or stuff that benefits whenever you return a creature to hand, okay. What's weird about this is, man, didn't we just do this with Spider-Man? Like web slinging? Wasn't that their big thing, is returning to hand? And then Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles had Sneak, which was return a creature to hand. Is every Universes Beyond going to be, hey, check this out. What if you returned a creature to hand? Well, I don't know. It wouldn't be that exciting.
They are designing creatures to have ETB effects now, you know? Like, that's how they got around dies to removal. You just get an effect the second it comes into play. I was like, well, even if it dies now, it's done something. So with all these creatures that are built to do something, why not do it again? I don't think this card's terribly powerful, but I understand the gameplay value of it.
Does it got to be called Beam Me Up?
I mean, it's for the story,
can it just
right?
be called what do they call them? Do they call them teleporters and fucking, what do they call them in Star Trek?
No,
the Holobot's something different. I think there's transporter. It should be called transport. Two in a blue. Beam me up. It's because they want everybody. Here's another problem with Wizards. They won't let you, the player, make the joke. They don't trust you to make the joke yourself. They want to make the joke for you.
But also, if they give transport to Star Trek, they can't use transport as a keyword in the future.
Yes, they can.
They have to use it as the same thing, though. Do they want to commit the word transport to Star Trek?
I don't think it matters. Then later, when you did Edge of Eternities 2, you can have transport cards.
It does matter though, because naming cards. I remember reading an article on the Magic website like 15 years ago, and they were worried about the names of cards and the names of abilities because they were running out of actual like one word
thematic
and two
words
options for cards. So I think that would include, they probably don't want to commit to a word like transport because maybe that has something to do with vehicles in the future. You know, maybe they, if they keep it in universe,
whatever. Beam me up is stupid.
They're never going to use it outside of here though. When it means something. But
here's the problem. Here's the problem: is they want you to play the Star Trek set, and they want you to bring your creature back to hand, and they want you to look your other opponent in the eye and go, "Beam me up, Scotty." And they can't just trust you to make that joke with a card that says transport 2 in a blue. They need to actually put it on the card because they're the fun. Magic is always making the joke for the player, is always making the meme for the player, instead of letting the players find the memes and the jokes within the text itself.
You gripe about this. The problem is the game isn't made for the smartest players. It's made for the lowest common denominator. The fact that we have a game that appeals to the lowest common denominator, the people who need it spelled out for them, the fact that they can play it and enjoy it as much as someone who gets the depth of Magic.
They don't need the jokes in the meme. The jokes in the memes could be okay. This is a thing that I have said. I've tried to explain. Okay, have I told you about my? Did I already make this comparison of I have a fake news Twitter that I put up? Did I ever tell that story?
I believe you did, but we could probably hear
I think I did. But basically, the whole point is you want to lead the viewer to the joke and then let them make the joke themselves. And you know what that does in people's brains? You know why music, they figured out part of the reason music is so popular, is that your brain gets really excited when you recognize a pattern and you see something coming. So music has melodies and verses or whatever, and you in your head, you go, oh, I kind of know where this is going. It's going to go up here at the end, and she's going to say, it's like exciting. It's pattern recognition.
Do you not see how they're using this? They're using exactly what you're explaining, but it's not for somebody who already plays Magic. It's for somebody who's a Star Trek fan, and they see Magic and they immediately see, oh, they get us. They're speaking our language. And then they go and they look into Magic, and then they say, this game's actually pretty fun because this game can be really fun to someone who's an idiot or someone who's a genius. That's kind of the beauty of Magic. It works on all levels.
So this is the card I wanted to talk about. It's called Con. This is an instant. Con deals X damage to target creature. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead.
And deals twice X damage.
This is a perfect example of why are you stealing the joy of people discovering the joke by putting the joke as the title of the card. Now, this is obviously the famous scene from Star Trek 2 where Captain Kirk yells Khan real loudly. Yeah. So the title of the card should be Furious Shout. It should be Inspired Anger.
Yeah.
You know why? Because then the player looks at the card and they go, wait a minute, I kind of recognize this. Oh, that's from the movie where he yells Khan. And they have that moment of recognition, realization, which is fun and exciting for people. And you're stealing that joy from your players when the name of the card is the joke.
All of these cards are from the introduction decks. They're not super powerful. They're not from the main set. They're here so when they go to the Star Trek convention, they can have a stack of decks that they give out to people for free. And when they open them, they're not Magic players. They're learning the games like, oh, Khan, I get that reference. It's literally to get people right off the bat, not having to think.
If you spell out the reference isn't interesting. The reference should be a little bit buried and a little bit cryptic. Okay, holy cow. This should be called, again, and I know they did it twice, but Divine Bovine, as I said, should be the name of the card. And then the flavor text could be if you need to make a joke, Khan could be the flavor text of this card. It could be Captain's Fury and the flavor text. This should be called Captain's Fury.
You're overthinking it.
How is this a damage spell? Why does Captain Kirk yelling in a video monitor cause someone physical damage? A lightning bolt causes physical damage.
They want Star Trek fans.
A volcanic hammer does actual damage. This is a yelling old man with a bad fucking implanted hair.
This is from the intro deck. They want Star Trek fans to sit down and immediately connect with the game because of their love of Star Trek. It's literally just going right to these people to give them a reason to meme, to connect with the game, and then maybe learn the game. This isn't for you or me, right? This is not made for us. Complaining about it is like complaining about the toddler toys at McDonald's. Why don't you just get the actual toys from McDonald's? The toddler toys are
your only excuse is that this is from intro decks. That's it.
That's the reason they're so basic. That's the reason they're so grokkable, so understandable, so like base level memeable, because they're for people who are going to probably pass up the game if it doesn't immediately tingle their member berries.
Dude, this is a crazy argument. You're telling me that a Star Wars fan looks at Captain Kirk yelling Khan and goes, I gotta get more of that. I gotta take a look at this fucking thing.
They look at it, they say, "Oh, I get that," and then they start playing the game like, "Oh, okay, this is interesting." It's a small,
Star
easy
Trek.
reward.
Wouldn't you rope them in just by putting a fucking Starship Enterprise on a card? They like Captain Kirk. I don't think they need to go, oh, well, I'm not going to get into it unless there's a card where he's yelling. Oh, they got a card where he's yelling. Okay, now I'm in. Hey, okay.
There's every Magic set has some like intermediate expert level and bullshit level lore and art and stuff. It's like there's you open any pack of Magic cards.
This is bullshit.
Something here that says, this is dumb. This is bullshit. And there's something here like this is cool. This is awesome. If you focus on the bullshit of the intro decks, you're gonna be able. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, of course it's not supposed to.
The intro deck should go. Man, this is a cool, well thought out game with interesting art and mechanics that make sense. Not you do damage by screaming through a fucking video screen at the other opponent. It's thematically moronic and embarrassing on so many levels. It should be Captain Kirk firing a gun.
Didn't they redo
and not
the
a phaser?
Meme?
It should be Captain Kirk with a shotgun blowing a guy's fucking head off.
Didn't they didn't they redo the Khan meme in the J.J. Abrams movie? Wasn't it that important? They redid it there.
Yeah, okay, but you can make a reference to the meme without calling the card Khan.
If this becomes a Pro Tour level card and everybody has to say Khan, that's even funnier.
Myself. I'll blow my brains out. So Bland asks, is there going to be a facepalm card? Yes. I'm actually going to be shocked if they don't have some sort of... Actually, they probably won't do it because Will Wheaton would cry. But I'm sure somebody at Star Trek right now, or at Wizards, was trying to make a "Shut Up Wesley" card.
I love.
But they said it might hurt. It might hurt Will Wheaton's feelings. We can't do that. Christine Chappell, Combat Medic, is 3 and a green for a 2/2 legendary creature, human doctor. Strange New Worlds, because we have to keyword everything. When she enters, you gain life equal to the number of differently named lands you control. So it looks like we're gonna have a mechanic where you want to, it's a kind of Field of the Dead kind of thing where you're going to get benefits based on having different worlds and planets and whatever else. Whenever you gain life, put 2+1/+1 counters on Christine Chappell. So, I mean, on turn 4, if you have 4 different lands, she comes into play, you gain 4 life, and then immediately she's a 4/4.
Yeah, 4/4 for 4 that grows every time you gain life. That's awesome. Well, I mean, it's not awesome. It's a nice beater.
I mean, this card is almost, in a way, this was a classic back in the day, opposite Baloth. 2 green, 4/4. When it comes into play, gain 4 life. It also had the benefit of whatever, but I think her benefit is a little more sexy. So Ravenous Baloth is back. Doesn't even cost green anymore. Now you get it for a single green. You get a 4/4.
The Baloth, this is probably going to become like a 12/12, right? Fairly quickly.
This card will get big. Life. No trample, though. That's a little sad. I mean, Baloth doesn't have trample, but this is a card that demands trample.
You're guaranteed to gain life, and then before long, this is going to become a threat that someone's probably going to have to deal with. It's not that great, but it's a fun, like, middle. It's Timmy. It's Timmy territory, right?
Yeah. Speaking of Timmy territory, or TT, as we refer to it in the business, here's General Chang, Cold Warrior. Doing exactly what I was complaining about before. Sack a creature, put a +1/+1 counter on what? Each warrior? Oh, did you make a card for warrior decks? That'd be pretty cool. Put a +1/+1 counter on each warrior you control. No. Put a +1/+1 counter on each Klingon you control, because again, Universes Beyond is not meant to integrate with the existing game. It is meant to isolate itself from the existing game as much as possible.
Is that a black mana symbol up there?
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna have their own. Is it just the black mana symbol inside a triangle? Because
I think
it's Reddit,
encapsulated.
I can't zoom in.
Yeah, it's the style of card has the triangles around the edges there, so I think they got the triangles around the damn.
Yeah, to make it fit into the thing. So
yeah,
I don't think it's
ugly.
a new type of mana symbol. They just have put it inside a diamond because nothing matters anymore. It's a 1/2 for 1 that can sack. See, okay, I have a sacrifice deck. It's so weird to me that you wouldn't just give me. Don't you want me to put the Universes Beyond cards into my deck? Okay, here's what they don't get with Universes Beyond. If you want Universes Beyond to succeed, you kind of got to force people to play with it. Where you go, I don't know, I don't really like Universes Beyond. They go, yeah, but look at how good this Lord of the Rings card is for your treasure deck. And you go, I do have a treasure deck. I have a sacrifice deck. If you made me a great sacrifice outlet, I'd go, well, yeah, I just put Kingpin in my sacrifice deck. There's a weird Kingpin that sacrifices.
There are tons of sacrifice outlets already. This is a Klingon card, right? This is for your Klingon deck. Because I have a Changeling deck. I have mini decks that are based around Changeling. One specifically Changeling with like Lord effects like this for weird creatures that barely have representation. And I wouldn't put this in that. Like I don't sacrifice a creature, give all my Changelings +1/+1 counters.
Right.
I'm not interested, you know.
But so, I'm saying, okay, they just made this Kingpin. Whenever you sacrifice Kingpin, it doesn't say or another villain. Any creature I sacrifice, I get 2 treasure tokens. And that's why I said, hey, I'm not really a huge Marvel fan. I don't want a bunch of Marvel cards, but this seems like a kind of cool ability that if I have a commander that's all about sacrificing creatures, I kind of want to pick up this Kingpin. And then every time I sack a creature, I'm getting 2 treasure tokens. I mean, only once per turn, but it's still pretty exciting. Not bad at 4 mana. Okay. And I think that's one thing that Wizards kind of missing out on is that they're really getting a little too, you know, it's like there was that card that said do 3 damage to every creature or battle. And you're like, well, this will never get played in anything because nobody's playing battles. Like, why can't they say put a +1/+1 counter on each Klingon or warrior you control? Why not do both? You know, give it.
It's not made for both.
It could be, though. I feel like they're aiming too narrow with these fucking things. Again, all your gamma creatures get +2/+2. Why? Why not all my berserkers get +2/+2?
They want to support the smaller tribal effects. They don't like. This is.
I think all Kithkin. I think all Kithkin should be made into halflings so that the Kithkin and the hobbits can hang out. I think they should always be looking for new synergies. Kithkins were always just hobbits because they said, well, we can't do hobbits. We don't have that license, so let's make Kithkin. I think they should retroactively make all Kithkin into halflings. And that was one thing that was great about Lord of the Rings is they were halflings. It didn't say Hobbit warrior, it said halfling warrior. And I said, that's great, because then other fucking universes have halflings. And you go, hey, there's something about being a short little fucker with a sword that makes us all want to work together. That's interesting. But instead of doing something interesting, it's just, oh, what if all my Klingdars got +9/+2 to our warp deck when we beam up Flanagan?
But you've seen how much they're designing and adding once per turn to their designs. They're not designing things to work more with other cards. They're designing things to be more linear with the idea of what they're building, right? That's a design choice from them.
They don't want crossover. They just want you to build your little. I mean, it also forces you, if you open this card, now you got to buy more Klingons. You don't have an option. You know, I'm just going to need to buy more Star Trek cards to make your Klingon deck, huh?
What if
it doesn't really work? It doesn't really work with anything else.
What if the Klingons are fucking dope?
Because I wouldn't care. I'm not going to play a fucking Klingon deck. That's stupid. They should be. It should just have benefit for warriors. Clearly, Klingons are fucking warriors. Klingons are fucking warriors. Make them all warriors.
There's a lot of Klingons in standard right now. There's The touring mauler.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, I'm waiting for Billy to name some shapeshifters. Billy, I got big things for you. I know you're always hoping that we'll see new changes and shakeups to Commander. You know, we have the banned and restricted announcement coming, I believe, tomorrow, right?
Oh no.
So it looks like, I know you've been waiting to get all your favorite Commander cards unbanned, and Gavin Verhey has some very good news for you, Billy.
Commander ban.
Oh.
Tomorrow is a ban and restricted announcement for Magic, and I wanted to set expectations in advance. There will be no changes to the Commander happening at that time.
There you go. No changes to Commander, Billy. So you have nothing to worry about. Everything is locked in.
Oh, I thought you said it would be good for me. I want them to unban many cards.
I was trolling you, Billy.
I want Darkside to be unbanned, Vito.
I know you do, but it's not happening.
I want Jewel Lotus to be unbanned.
You don't even get a little bit of hope for tomorrow. You don't even get a little bit of like crossing your fingers, like, ooh, maybe Jeweled Lotus, maybe. No.
At the last MagicCon, they used Jewel Lotus art as the VIP entryway into the Magic VIP room.
Well, don't worry. Your good friend Gavin is here to tell you that you're fucked and none of your favorite cards are coming back. Go play Cali Commander, Billy. Go play Cali Commander. Now,
Universes Beyond, we're over here arguing whether or not it's a good thing to have Khan on the card. Do you think DSP Darkside Phil is going to be opening Star Trek cards when it comes out? You see him opening.
Why is everyone asking about DSP opening?
Have you seen him opening the Marvel superhero cards? He's opened more Magic than we have recently.
He probably is. Let's see. DSP Ripping with the Pig, Magic the Gathering Edition. Jeremy's addiction increases. Everybody is talking about Darkside Pill. Which one of these is this? His actual site, DSP Gaming. Here you go. Did he lose a shit ton of weight? I thought he was bigger.
He used to have a little plump to him.
He used to have a little bit of a chub to him. So DSP, I still got 231. He's only got 1,000 views on this. Let's see if we can beat him with this really long episode. MTG Marvel card premieres and prismatic evolutions. The funny thing with DSP, so DSP is one of these guys, Billy, you might be familiar with him, called lol cows. Yeah. Where these are guys who the internet likes to goof on them for sucking at let's see, is this DSP? So they like to go, these guys are losers, you know. And they'll never
what they really are is reactionaries. They react to the audience. Most entertainers entertain the audience, but some people become like they react to the audience. You know, lol cows react. They can't help but get reactions. They can't help but get milked by their audience. Most entertainers just perform, call it a day. That's it. But because of YouTube having the audience, you're open up to commentary. And he's
one of my favorite things with Darkside Phil, though, was because he completely exists to the only way he makes money is through tips on these various streams or whatever. And by the way, I think did I enable super chats? Are you even allowed to super chat on here? I might have fucked it up. I have to see if super chats are enabled.
Doesn't look like it's available.
Okay. Oh wait, did I find it? Yeah. So here's what I love about DSP is there is a group, and how far back does this go? It looks like it goes back to 2021. This is how dedicated DSP's haters are. There is a spreadsheet tracker to see how much money DSP makes every single day and whether or not he hit his goal with ongoing like fucking profit loss metrics. So they know exactly how much money. Is this still going on? Or did they finally stop doing it? Oh, it looks like they finally stopped. It looks like finally somebody realized in 2024, why am I tracking how much money DSP is making or losing on YouTube? But tips in the AM, let's see, 152. So this guy gets about $200 a day, and then they would track which game he was playing. Street Fighter, he only made $60, so why he switched back to WWE champions.
Yeah,
and
he didn't hit his goal that day.
He didn't hit his goal that day. I need one of these for Steel Toe, Aaron Imholt. Keemstar interview, he made $325 on the day of the Keemstar interview. How come he's never come on? Does he have a feud with you guys over on Old Cow?
He was supposed to be the original host.
Yeah, but
Keemstar
he, like,
wanted him,
refused to
Wings, and
do it,
Boogie.
right?
He refused. And then at one point, because he lives like 20 minutes away from me, I was actually talking with him and we were going to meet up and like shoot a little video for Lolcow Live.
Yeah.
But it never panned out. So,
I mean, so a painting saying he makes $300 a day. And he, how many hours a day does he stream? Like 6 hours a day or something, or longer? It's not terrible. If you're making $50 an hour to just sit in your house and play video games, like, I think I'd be pretty okay with that if I had no other fucking viable skills or whatever.
I mean, even if you had other viable skills, it's a fun way to exist, right? Even if the internet fucking trolls you all day. It's like, whatever, I'm playing video games and sitting online.
Yeah,
and
that's
like,
what people don't understand with DSPs. They go, oh, what a loser. And I'm like, yeah, but you guys are paying him to sit there and play video games and open magic cards. I think he's pretty okay with where he's at, you know?
Yeah, with all the L's, he's fine.
But I have had multiple people come to me and they go, did you see DSP's opening magic cards now? And apparently he doesn't know anything about them. And he'll like take cards that are worth a penny and be like, oh, that's a real, I mean, here he's showing us every common from a fucking,
yeah.
Thanks
that's
for showing
funny.
us the commons out of the pack. DSP.
Nice art on a lot of these.
Nice art on a lot of these.
Look at this one. Ultron's drone. Okay.
The insight. The insight.
Ghost.
He's showing off.
Spectral Saboteur. No idea.
Hey, at least he can pronounce Saboteur.
These aren't even collector boxes, though, right?
He's opening fucking play boosters. These are all what penny commons.
Surveillance room.
Yeah.
Who would sit there and watch a guy show you every common in the pack and read the name? He doesn't even have any insight on the game because he doesn't play. I don't think he knows how to play Magic, right?
Who would sit there and watch him do this? The same people that sit there and track every penny he earns.
Dude, but he's just reading the titles of the card. He can't even say like, "Oh, this card would be good in this deck."
Shield surveillance room. That is Nick Fury.
They're just waiting for some DSP
That's,
gold.
There's
to
14
unfold.
cards in a pack of Magic the Gathering. I didn't know that. I should have prepared better. That's Moonstone again. We already saw her. That's my problem. I didn't realize there were so many cards in a pack. That's
Stop reading every
so long.
card. That's why it's taking so long.
The erudite aerialist from X-Men. That's cool. He's doing like a backflip. That's neat. Oh my stars and
We're
guardians.
gonna have to ask him to be our third host.
Dude, I need him to come in on an episode of this. And I'm just going to, dude, we got to do the DSP. We got to do the, is this card good with DSP? And we show him cards and he has to try and guess if they're good or not. This one, though, as he's explained with his expert level of Magic analysis, he says, look, Beast's doing a backflip.
Very nice. That's his catchphrase, too.
That's his catchphrase there. Who's this?
Echo Perceptive Prodigy. And she's kicking
she
Kingpin
doing?
right in the head.
Kingpin right in the head, Vito.
You know what's the best form of content is showing a picture of someone kicking Kingpin in the head and you go, and she's kicking Kingpin in the head. You go, you probably didn't need to tell us that. I think we could have figured it out ourselves.
He was figuring it out live in the moment. He's loving it. He like I'll give this. He's enjoying Magic and he doesn't know shit about it. Like that's how great this game is, right? Like that was my point of bringing
of
this
his
up.
favorite Marvel characters.
But that's saying that Universes Beyond. If DSP, who doesn't know a damn thing about the game, is into it, it's working, Vito.
No, it's not working. These
Universes
people are tourists.
Beyond
They're not coming because then the next set comes out and it's got Jason Chandra, and he's not buying that. He's not buying Reality Fracture.
All of their statistics they're saying, their analytics is saying that they're not just tourists. People are staying through the game and loving the game. Like,
well, I don't know, but here are some tourists that maybe will stick around. I wanted to talk about the Hatsune Miku Commander deck has been fully spoiled, Billy.
Yeah, you wanted this, right?
Are you going to be picking one of these up?
Honestly, I don't think
a couple
so.
Of these. What are you fucking nuts? What are you crazy?
I didn't. I'm not a Hatsune Miku guy. Like there's like one card or there's a couple cards. I would take the Grand Crescendo. But I think I don't know. There's the finale of Devastation. The Promenade looks great. The Bountiful Promenade. There's a few cards in here that
you're not a Miku guy, Billy.
No. Like, oh, cute.
Hold on, wait. Can I? There's no subtitles on this. I would have sang along. Show me Miku. This is Miku singing about how hard it is for the creator of Miku to be loved.
Do you want to know what my history with Miku is?
What?
I was at a PAX after party and I saw this very well done cosplay of the kid from Up. Remember the kid from Up?
Yeah.
There was a chubby Asian man playing the kid from Up, and I looked over and I saw him making out with a very good. I don't think it was even trans. I think it was just a man in a Hatsune Miku costume, but it was a very good costume, and he was making out with the adult version of the boy from Up, and I was like,
Randall.
cool.
Randall was the boy from Up.
Randall and Hatsune
Randall and
Miku
Miku was making out.
Pretty sure it was a man, Hatsune Miku. I don't think it was even trans. I think it was just a dude who was like, I love Hatsune Miku, and him and the fat boy from Up were making out, and I was like, that's
all
cool.
right. I actually only got into Miku because they put out this like rhythm game on the PlayStation. It was can you even hear the music though? This just sounds like a guy hitting buttons.
Yeah, there's no music here.
Yeah, this is terrible. They put it on the PlayStation too. So at one point when I was buying really stupid stuff, I bought a Hatsune Miku. They sell the actual controller. And I didn't realize at the time, I thought I was buying like a little one. And I ended up buying a full-size arcade Miku controller, which is fucking gigantic. I think it's this one.
It's got a touch slider. It's got
You
customizable.
own
And I was
this?
like, yeah, I own this. And I
Of course you
actually
need the
want
fucking
it.
Commander
It's
deck.
way too fucking big. I was like,
Is there a Hatsune
Lightning on the
Miku
button,
card
that's
that's like
rich.
Ayaka? Like, and you're like, I love this, but you hate Khan? Like, is there something here that is just a Hatsune Miku
and
meme?
we're gonna make a point about the Hatsune Miku cards. These are all very well done and they're very respectful of the source material, okay? Miku Song of the People, Archangel of Tunes instead of Archangel of Thune. Okay, that's a little stupid. Miku Voice of Plenty, Song of the Worlds. Look, they wanted it to be all because she sings, right? So they wanted all things that sounds like she's singing.
Yeah.
So what do you call it? Vorniclex Voice of Hunger is a perfect example because he's the voice of hunger and she sings with her voice. So now she's Miku, the complete performer, which is actually
Perfect
stupid.
example.
It's a little no. We're gonna talk about that in a second. Okay, finale of Devastation, because what does a song have, Billy? It has a finale. Breakdown, because the song has breakdowns within the song. Look at these beautiful lands here. Okay, let's talk about some of the other cards. Now, this deck does have a lot of good. Shut up. This deck has a lot of good.
I love that you love this though. Like I'm not a fan, but I love this appeals to you, and this is like
okay, but I'm going
cool
to tell
you
you why it appeals to me in 2 seconds. Look, it's got a finale of Devastation. It's got a bunch of good reprints in here. All right, here's the reason why this is far less offensive than Benedict Cumberbuckle. All right, and I put this up, and everybody agreed with me because I'm a genius. Okay, so no, I don't want to boost this post. So somebody made this, this classic image. And this is Billy. This is what you're doing right now. You're going, well, how come you think Miku's okay? But then when you saw Benedict Cumberpatch, you were like, ew, gross, get out of here, right? That's what you're saying?
I just thought it was funny that you said.
Am I a hypocrite? Do you think I'm a hypocrite?
Because she sings. No, it's because like you're enjoying it so much. He's like, see, they didn't just spell it out for us. They did. They turned it into complex performer. But because it's from Voice of Hunger, you're like, see, it's Voice of Hunger. See, and it's like what you were saying earlier. They didn't spell it out for me. But
well, they also spell it out. They didn't say Miku, voice of whatever. They changed the name to the complete performer because she's been.
But you love this. You love this part. This is good to you. And comparing it to the con card, the con card needed a reprint, so that's why I'm happy for it. Otherwise, this whole thing is kind of like I'm not even mad at the design of the con card. It's just like, why do I give a fuck about dude in a helmet and another man grabbing the back of a guy's neck? This is not the action I would go for.
Okay, but here's the point. Okay, so this card everybody made fun of, and part of the thing I said was Sheoldred is an iconic magic creature that I don't think Sheoldred should exist to pay tribute to other people's intellectual property. That would be like if Luke Skywalker was I'm trying to think of a comparison because now the way they've set it up is so confusing that you have an
reprinted Gerard Capuchin as Luke Skywalker.
Okay, let's say you had a Star Wars card game with a very powerful Luke Skywalker card in it, And then you said, hey, by the way, we now have the Care Bears license. So it's Luke Skywalker being represented by Cheer Bear. And it's a Cheer Bear card. And you would go, well, why can't it just be Luke Skywalker? This doesn't fit into the world.
But what if it was Goku?
It shouldn't be Look, here's the issue.
People would love it if it was Goku.
Nothing about this is Sheoldred the Apocalypse. Sheoldred the Apocalypse does not appear in this card. Agree?
Yeah, agree.
It's not Khan as Sheoldred the Apocalypse. It's not Khan meeting with Sheoldred the Apocalypse. This is Khan who happens to have Sheoldred's abilities, and that's it. She's not there. She's no part of it.
Yeah.
A piece of Magic lore is basically not important and erased because we need a Khan card. Here, we have Miku. And what is Miku dressed as? She's dressed as Varnaclex with the fucking, his face has been ripped. Maybe she killed him and turned him into a fucking coat. But regardless, this is Magic giving tribute to Star Trek. This is Magic saying, look at how great Star Trek is. Don't you love Star Trek? And you go, no, I love Magic. And this is Hatsune Miku going, look at how great Magic is. Don't you love Magic? And you go, yes, Hatsune Miku, I do love Magic. Thank you for coming into our thing and celebrating our thing instead of making us celebrate you.
Thank you for celebrating our thing, Miku. I'm so
whatever. The point is that it's not saying, hey, Magic is dumb and lame. Let's leave the world of Magic to celebrate other IPs that are better. It's other IPs coming into Magic and saying, wow, Magic's cool. We want to be a part of it. And there are ways you can do that. I think like that Mox Amber from this Hobbit set is kind of like, yeah, hey, that kind of feels like, you know, an iconic Magic artifact could be aligned with the Hobbit universe. And it's not like they didn't change the name of Mox Amber to be like Bilbo's lucky coin or something stupid. It's like, no, it's still Mox Amber. It's the world's intermingling, meshing, and like coming together. And you don't get that with something like Khan, where I go, this doesn't feel like you're entering the Magic universe. It feels like you're your own thing, and it's kind of embarrassing as a Magic fan to be like, oh, Star Trek doesn't give a shit about Magic. They're just like, oh yeah, you can make our cards. We're the better franchise. You guys are fucking nerds. Whereas Miku, I go, well, this feels like respectful to the source material. It's like Miku, or at least the people who make me. I know she's not real, but I'm saying the people who make Miku being like, well, how can we make it so this is not just a celebration of Miku, that it's also about Magic, you know?
Yeah, it worked for this. The problem with the Star Trek card is it's really just them reprinting a card that needs to be reprinted on the bonus sheet to sell more packs, right? The con card being Sheoldred the Apocalypse is just a cash grab on the bonus sheet, and they know the bonus sheet will sell packs. So they're it's probably just one of many cards that's going to be pressed on this bonus sheet.
Well, they've said all the bonus sheets will be from Star Trek properties that are not represented in the main sets. So that's why, again, all the Kelvin timeline stuff will be bonus cards. But I mean, even when I think about it, I go, so like, let's say they did a card Sheoldred the Apocalypse and it depicts Sheoldred like in the middle of fucking space being fired on by the Starship Enterprise. I almost feel like that, as weird as it might be, would be more like, well, at least it's fucking Sheoldred. I don't know, you know, or just have her on
for Magic players, right?
It's not.
It's
right. Well, that's
Star
what I'm
Trek
saying.
Players.
Well, that's Magic players are getting cucked. It's basically saying, well, you guys don't really matter. Star Trek matters right now. This is a celebration of Star Trek. Okay, but if you're going to celebrate Star Trek, do it without Sheoldred. Sheoldred should not be Sheoldred should not go, hey, I don't fucking matter. Star Trek is what matters. I'm just bullshit. So here's a Sheoldred card that is Khan.
Sheoldred is being hoarded out for Star Trek, but also it's a really needed reprint and it's going to sell packs. If you don't give a fuck about Star Trek, you might still want to buy a pack to crack a Shieldred. If Shieldred's only one
This
of
is
many
cheating.
push cards in this thing, it is cheating. But it's them doubling down and guaranteeing that these packs will sell. Because people who don't give a fuck about Star Trek, they give a fuck about having a playable Shieldred in the Apocalypse, right?
They already got Shocklands. You already get to cheat with that. There's plenty of ways to add value.
They've reprinted Shocklands way too much lately.
So put fucking Galaxy Fetch Lands, or I don't fucking know. You could do. There's a lot of things you could do without having to reprint Shieldred. Shieldred can be reprinted elsewhere. She doesn't have to be reprinted in Star Trek.
What if there are Fetch Lands in this bonus sheet?
I think they would have said something by now. I don't think they would ever put Fetch Lands and Shocklands in the same thing. I think that would be too many lands.
Because the Shocklands would be in standard, but the Fetch Lands wouldn't. And they did run Fetch Lands and other good lands in the Zendikar Rising, right? In their bonus sheet.
Yeah, that had not shock. Did it have shocks? Well,
it didn't have shocks. It had
but it had it had a bunch of Fetch Lands. They did it twice, so it's hard to remember exactly what was there. Commander lands were there.
I do believe that originally, though, they had Shocklands and Fetch Lands in the original Zendikar bonus sheet from the.
I'm trying to remember if I can't remember.
The exhibitions or whatever they were. Expeditions or exhibitions?
Expeditions, yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you call them? Expeditions? Exposition? The exposition lands?
The expeditions, yeah. The expedition lands from the original Zendikar expedition. They had the shocks and the fetches and those.
Anyway, here's the important thing is I already said, I was prepared to have 20 fucking browser tabs open to make sure I get a Miku deck. What was the last secret layer I had to do that for?
Did you get the goblin one and it didn't work, or did you actually?
I didn't get the goblin one. There was one recently where I had to get in like 8 queues in order to get it. I don't even think I wanted it, whatever it was, but I was just like, well, everybody else wants it. Look, quick aside from the new head of secret layer, Hatsune Miku's taking the stage, blah 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 blah. 24-hour. Okay, here we go. August 10th. Wait, is that tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I guess tomorrow I'm buying this. I'm glad we made this episode. Guys, get the Hatsune Miku deck tomorrow. There will be a 24-hour window to help more fans get the deck. So here's the important thing. A limited quantity will be available to ship right away. So get in the queue if you want to get the deck. Here's what I think happened. I think they printed it, and then they saw Goblin Storm sell out and everybody be pissed. And they said, we should probably stop pissing everybody off with this.
Yeah.
So here's what they said. So if you want it tomorrow, I think they've probably printed X, a couple, whatever numbers they printed, and now they're going to end up printing more. Those will probably take another 6 months to get to you. So if you really want one in the next month or two, you got to get it. You got to get in the queue early, but you will get it regardless. I mean, I'm the kind of person I could probably wait to get one if I don't get one in the initial queue. So, hi, my name is Matthew Hodgkins, and though I've been at Wizards for almost 15 years, you probably don't know who I am. That's mostly because I'm a behind-the-scenes kind of guy. Well, it's usually because I think if you work at Wizards, you're like, I don't want my name out there. Then I'm going to get blamed for everyone not getting a Goblin Storm deck, and they're going to beat down my door.
I think I might have met Matt at a barbecue restaurant near Wizards one night.
Go tell me what to reprint Goblin Storm. There's nothing stopping them. Oh, God, did you see Wizard of Barge is making a fucking fortune, by the way?
Oh, yeah, of course.
That man is a smart fucking man. He's over on Kickstarter right now, and he says, hey, you remember how you couldn't get that deck or whatever? And you're like, yeah, I couldn't get that deck. He goes, well, what if you could get like tokens and sleeves and play mats? And currently has raised $600,000 for fucking goblin tokens and shit. And you're like, man, I should have just spent my life making Wizards of the Coast magic artwork. These artists are in a very good position to.
Well, it's a great look. I knew people who were not Goblin fans that like love his work, or not Magic fans. I mean, that love his work.
I don't like his work, honestly. I like that mountain. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. It's cartoony. It's not the best fucking thing I ever saw, but dude, $600,000 to sell some Goblin tokens and playmats. Good work, buddy. All right, I've worn many hats at Wizard. I was on the franchise. Nobody cares, man. I don't need to know. Magic's been a part of my life. I got it, Matt. You love Magic. Christ. Just tell me what I need to know. Secret Lair has a tradition of experimentation. So we're trying something kind of new that harkens back to the early days of Secret Lair when everyone didn't hate us. On fully playable products, this sale is an experiment. Yeah, okay. And yes, a direct response to Goblin Storm. We're introducing a 24-hour limited window on products meant to be playable out of the box, meaning commander decks, specialty products like Dan, and anything else that has the unique combination of high demand and out-of-the-box playability. I think this is a decent compromise. Now, I understand kind of why. Look, FOMO marketing is a huge part of it's just part of things now. In order to sell something in a world where there's a million different products competing for people's attention, the nature of the beast is, hey, it's limited time only. Get it for a week or never get it. It puts something in people's heads because otherwise you go, I don't know, maybe I'll get it later. I'll push it down the line. And then people just push it off, and then they never buy it. You do a limited time window. It's the nature of the beast. It's why we have things like Kickstarter and crowdfunding and whatever else. Okay, but when it is something that again is like a full commander deck that you go, I want that to play with. It's not something I want to buy because like these individual secret layers. It's like, okay, well, you don't need them to play the game. You can't build a deck out of a single secret layer. It's a couple singles you might put in your deck. And even if you don't get that secret layer, you can buy the singles you want. If there was a certain one you want, you can get just that one. Missing out on a secret layer, it might suck, but it's not like now you can't play Magic. Whereas with Dan, I go, dude, I legitimately want that Dan deck. I want to play Dan, or I really want to try this cool Goblin Storm deck that you guys have put together, this Miku deck. So this is kind of a pretty good compromise to be like, listen, you still have this 24-hour window of fucking, if you want it, order it. We're not sitting around waiting for you to figure it out. Okay. But we're also not going to be like first come, first serve. We only have a limited quantity. We will print it to demand. And then that's how many there will be. And I think this is actually one of these things. I'm probably going to order a couple of these because I think there is always the people who go, oh shit, that was up for sale and I missed it. I didn't realize what was going on. And then you go, well, that's on you, man. Like you had time to figure out you wanted it, to know when it was going live. You missed it. And then down the line, I think these will hold value. Not everybody who wants one is going to remember to get one. So
I wonder how scalpers are going to treat this, because scalpers, knowing that they're not going to be available to everybody.
Yeah.
They order so many of them. And the Goblin deck, it was reselling for $400, right? If everybody who wants this day of orders it, even though they have to wait 6, 7, 8 months to get it, do you think the scalpers are going to go as hard?
I think if you're a scalper, I think just based on what the character is and the strength of the IP, I think there's no way you lose money on this. This is not like something that, it's going to be what? How much is it going to be? Do we have an MSRP on this? $150? This is never going to go below 150.
Of course not below, but
yeah.
Are the
You're not gonna? It's not going to be like Goblin Storm. It's not going to go to 400 because way more people who want it are not going to be like, fuck, I got to pay like scalper crazy prices or whatever. It's like, no, I want it and I got it. There will be stragglers who forgot to get it, and there will be, of course, Magic endures. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, new people come into Magic and they go, oh man, this card game is really cool. I'm really into Miku. Are there any Miku cards? And you go, there are Miku cards. They did a whole deck. And they're going to go, oh, that's awesome. Oh, it's been 5-10 years. Well, I'll pay $200 for it, $250. I think this is a no-brainer. Billy, pick up one and put it in a closet at the very least. I mean, just the reprints. Dude, it's got Vorniclex. It's got, here, look at some of this shit. Halo found Ancient Cornucopia is like $6.
There's like nothing in here I really want.
You don't want an Ether Flux Reservoir? You don't want an Ether Flux?
I got a good one from the Brothers War.
You get a Bountiful Promenade. You don't want Pretty Lands with Miku on them?
Like the one thing from here that I really, there's Grand Crescendo and there's Finale of Devastation. I think those were the two things that stood out to me.
Yeah. A lot of good stuff in here, man. You get a Speaker of the Heavens. You get a Voice of the Blessed. And what's interesting with these decks that Wizards puts together is that they kind of have a way of like, they're kind of like set up for you to rebuild the deck.
Yeah, so that's what they do with precons.
Yeah, well, I like it. So there's like 3 different kind of themes going on. It's like you can do a token theme, you can do a life gain theme, and then it's kind of up to you to determine, what you want to do with it. But Billy, get a Miku deck. You gotta love Miku. We love Miku.
We love Miku.
We love Miku. Don't you know the Miku, the famous, 11 Polka? This was her classic.
I don't know what that is. Yeah. Are you doing this ironically, or do you actually enjoy
No, this is like actually a very popular. This was like viral.
You like it? Like you actually like?
No, this sucks. But
I don't know. I'm trying to gauge. What about this you like, right?
This was the viral Miku song like 10 years ago. Was her dancing to this stupid polka
Like,
song?
if you played Barbie Girl right now.
I do actually like. There are that one I was playing before is like a legitimately.
If you played Barbie
song.
Girl by Aqua, I would legitimately be rocking out to it. Like I love Barbie Girl by Aqua. I just wonder if you actually like.
What's the name of the game? Fucking PS3. She has good songs. You know, if you want to hear a little Japanese fucking robot singing them.
Wouldn't you just watch anime to hear that?
Yeah, you could just watch anime.
Is this anime?
I think my ad blocker is always mad at me whenever I try to play videos on here. No, well, I mean, it's like 3D. This is from the PlayStation game. She's a little robot inspiring me to live again.
Yay, I love that. I love that. Is there some like huge?
Shut up, Miku's singing. I love her. You can hear the passion.
Is there some huge philosophical story being told with Miku? Like, is there something? Because that's how I like my anime. I like my anime songs to come after they like.
Do you know what Miku is? Do you know what
I don't know what it is. No.
Miku is a Vocaloid, Billy. She's a Vocaloid.
She's like Alvin and the Chipmunks.
She is kind of like Alvin and the Chipmunks, actually.
Okay.
Is
she more like Gorillas or Alvin and the Chipmunks?
Man, can I find a picture? All the different Vocaloids. So this Japanese company, like over 10 years, it must be like 20 years ago at this point, they came out with a program that basically, if you made electronic music, you could have an electronic singer for the music by writing in the lyrics and picking which of the singers you wanted.
That's kind of what Grimes is doing with AI, right? You can use Grimes for
this
AI
was like
songs.
AI music before AI music. So you could pick Miku as one of the Vocaloids to sing your songs. So all of Miku's music is just random Japanese electronic music artists making music, and then if you buy the software, you have a license to use her voice.
That's cool.
Or any of these other voices.
That's interesting.
So that song I just played is made by a guy, and it's the song about how hard it was to make music as a Miku artist, music person, and people on the internet being like, your Miku music sucks, and Miku encouraging you to keep. No, I don't speak Japanese. There's
so
like a translation.
Like when you listen to this song, do you actually like feel the song, or do you have to translate it and read it and be like, oh, that's clever?
I mean, there's like fucking, I think there are English versions of it. Let me see. Okay. So like I played the video game. The video game is just like, and again, it's taking music from all these different artists who have used her voice and the other people's voices in order to make the music happen. It's like a little communal project kind of. And then Sega said, hey, we can make a lot of fucking money with this. Sell us all the rights. Oh, this is terrible. Never mind. That lady butchered it. Give me like a lady who can sing it normally. So yeah, there's like English versions of it. You can have her sing in English if you want. You just have to type English words into the fucking thing.
Yeah. Well, just the way you described it, you're like, this is a guy singing about how it's so hard to make Miku music. And I'm like, but you don't understand that from the song, right?
And lacking a single trace of a lucky day, you were
left alone to ride in the rain.
It seems your one umbrella was stolen by the wind. And trampled on by a stray just to cause you pain, saying, why do we even bother? What
See, this is all the people on the internet telling him, you suck at making Hatsune Miku music. You'll never be good at it. Or you used to be good, and now you suck.
But now he's good at it by making
Now
a
he's
song
good
about
at
it,
it.
right?
Yeah. Well, it's supposed to be Miku singing about how great he is and how he brought her voice to whatever. It's completely
I filmed the music video yesterday on a pirate ship.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah,
when are we
awesome.
getting that debut?
Probably in the next couple of weeks. Probably get edited. It was awesome. We had a bunch of pirates on the ship with us.
Bring Miku in, man. Have Miku do a verse.
We should have had Miku on the ship with us. It
You
would have
should
been
have
awesome.
had Miku hang out.
But my friends who I saw Miku make out with the boy from Up with at the PAX party were there on the pirate ship too. It was nice. They
Well, now
also
you
saw
know-
Miku make out with the boy from Up.
Now you know who Hatsune Miku is. She's one of many virtual performers. There's a lot of fun songs out there that are enjoyable.
I want a Gorillas commander deck. I love the
Dude,
Gorillas.
if they did a Gorillas fucking secret lair, that would be sick.
That'd be fucking.
I'd have no problem with that. God, I loved when what's that guy from the Gangrene Gang joined? Do you know what I'm talking
Gang?
about? Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Gorillas.
I'm not sure. I remember when Del the Funky Homo Sapien was with them, and then they had the follow-up album had De La Soul, right?
So
I
who's
don't know.
the,
I
okay?
don't know Gangrene
Murdoch.
Gang.
Murdoch is the normal green guy, right? Or is that a different guy?
Okay. Yeah, I think Murdoch is the green guy.
Okay, but this isn't Murdoch. This is Ace from the Gangrene Gang.
Oh.
Do you remember the Gangrene Gang was the gang from the Powerpuff Girls?
I didn't watch Powerpuff Girls.
So at one point, Murdoch went to jail, and to replace Murdoch, they canonically got Ace from Powerpuff Girls, who was a Powerpuff Girls villain, who has reformed and dedicated himself to music. And he was on a couple, like one of the albums was Ace from
That's
the gang.
funny. I
think
didn't know that.
I think it's Ace, right? Is that yeah, Ace from the Gangrene Gang. And I always remember going, this is kind of fun. Like here's how he looked in Powerpuff Girls. So this was him beating up on the Powerpuffs, and then he said, "Hey, well now I'm just into rocking, man. I've put things beside me." I'm like, wow, what an interesting and unique crossover.
Yeah, changed his ways.
He changed his ways, but then
You want
Murdoch
to see
got out of
Gorillas or
jail.
Powerpuff Girl magic cards first?
I'd be okay with either. I think Powerpuff Girls is a tragic. Powerpuff Girls is one of the great American animation projects that is not. The creator didn't get to control it. Basically,
Did you
They
ever
kinda
see
took it
their
away from
CW
Craig
trailer?
McCracken. I didn't see the trailer. I read the script. It was maybe I did see the trailer.
The trailer is insane. It's star-studded. It's they're all grown up, right?
Yeah.
I never watched Powerpuff Girls, but I would have watched that. I would have watched the Riverdale version of it.
If you ever want, I have a video. It actually got 95,000 views where we just went through the script of the Powerpuff Girls. It is actually insane what they were trying to do with the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, the
making
trailer for it is.
They were making them all washed up like oh man, I hate basically the cartoon existed in universe to be like this was a cartoon that promoted us, the actual existing Powerpuff Girls, and the black one was going to go, I can't believe they made me into a white girl for the cartoon. And you go, how would that even have happened at the time? That would have not have been a thing. They would not have whitewashed.
Search the trailer. Watch a second of the trailer. It's so funny.
Let me see. Trailer. It was like CW, right?
Yeah, CW trailer.
I thought they didn't. So this is the leaked trailer. It's got a fake
Yeah.
copyright on top of it. All right, let's see.
Blossom was constantly stressed.
Wait, is it daylight savings?
Buttercup was constantly rebellious.
I'm not wearing that dress anymore. It's gender normative and ass ugly.
And Bubbles
Oh my god.
was constantly drinking.
Yeah, they made Bubbles into like Lindsay Lohan, like a washed up drunk.
That's where the
child
bubbles come
star.
from, the champagne.
Dude. Like this is like such a perfect example of not understanding. Like, hey man, we kind of all really liked Powerpuff Girls. It's like the Star Trek thing of like, hey, what if Luke Skywalker is a fucking loser? You'd be like, that sucks. I don't want that at all.
To me, I never watched Powerpuff Girls, but I would watch this.
Bro, don't call it Powerpuff Girls. This is like so depressing.
Go get 'em! And on one fateful day,
Wait, did they make the professor black? Who's the black guy?
Fateful day.
Yeah, it's the guy
The
from
girls
Clueless.
made a fatal error.
Oh yeah, they killed Mojo Jojo. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
They killed the monkey.
Fateful day. The girls made a fatal error,
Wow, this is so bad.
costing Mojo his life. In the wake of disaster, Blossom ran away. Buttercup became a real hero. And Bubbles, well, she made it all the way to Hollywood Boulevard.
Hi, I'm Bubbles. Everybody wants to talk to Fake Jesus. Hi.
Well, oops, baby.
The Powerpuff Girls are coming to town tomorrow.
I can't believe I've never seen this. This is so
Oh, dude,
bad.
it's so good. I've seen the one without the copyright. It's probably better
How did
than
I
the copyright up.
Yeah. I don't know how
Yeah.
I've never seen this. It's so
Dude,
bad.
it's so good.
It's also really like badly shot is what's weird. Is it doesn't even like
CW.
kind of look good. I know, but like usually CW even has some level of fucking production quality.
This is Riverdale if it wasn't taking itself serious.
Yeah, which is bad though. I think you want it. I think taking it seriously is the only reason Riverdale works is because they're taking it seriously. This knows itself.
Are the Powerpuff Girls reteaming?
Hell no, I am never caping for Townsville again.
The three of these back in Townsville. I didn't want to bring this up yet.
They really did just make the professor a black man. 2012 was a hell of a time.
It's Donald Faison, right? Like, that's,
Yeah, but like, man, of all the characters to go, now it's just a black guy for no reason. All right.
They brought him in as Booster Gold in the CW DC universe.
Did they? And
Yeah,
I thought
he was dope.
Oh, there was a different Booster Gold on Smallville. I forgot Smallville is not connected to the CW verse.
I have reason to believe the darkness may be returning.
Like monsters?
Wow, what a delivery from Donald Faison. I think the darkness may be returning.
I have reason to believe the darkness may be returning.
But it is.
Monsters?
This say from Diablo Cody?
And a sweeping
Like
reversal
Diablo
of fate.
Cody.
Who's
Diablo Cody. She's the woman behind Juno.
Doing what?
You don't remember Juno?
No.
Elliot Page? Where Elliot
I thought
Page
Juno
was,
was Elliot Page.
No.
Elliot Page is Juno.
Elliot Page played Juno. Diablo Cody was the writer-director of Juno.
Right. Yes, you're right.
The Powerpuff Girls are beloved again in Townsville.
You're my daughter's first. And your happiness is all that matters.
I'm really sorry
That's
for
the girl
accusing my
from
dad of
the
mass
Agents
terrorism.
of S.H.I.E.L.D., right?
Yeah.
Chloe?
Why are you calling any of these people out like it matters? It's never getting made, Billy. As I go from that fucking.
This
who
was
cares?
star-studded.
I'm glad
She
this
used
is
to date
dead.
Logan
I'm
Paul.
so glad this is dead.
I mean, we are not even. I mean, just like.
That's
See, the
Mojo
worst-
Jojo's son. He grew
yeah,
up and now he's...
why did the monkey have a human son? I guess they made Mojo Jojo not a monkey also.
Yeah, not in this. Yeah,
Was another
The
confusing thing.
The cartoons made the guy a monkey and then the Powerpuff Girl white. It was messed up. The cartoons were.
These are here's my Powerpuff Girls. Powerpuff Girls Z. There was an entire Japanese Powerpuff Girls show that we did not get in America. I don't know how this never came over. It's a tragedy. Got the monkey. Look at the Powerpuff Girls. We're ready to go on a fucking adventure. This is my Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, Dove Cameron was Bubbles. That's a solid cast. Like, honestly, you know why they didn't make that Powerpuff Girls? Because it would have completely ruined the original Powerpuff Girls for everybody.
It's one of those things where you go, okay, do you want your franchise to have like enduring, lasting? Okay, Powerpuff Girls is technically a dead franchise, but you could bring it back as like, hey, the Powerpuff Girls, they're fun and delightful.
Are they
You don't
talking
want to
about
bring
bringing
it
it
back
back?
with, hey, remember they did one reboot series that people didn't like, but they could always bring it back again. The problem is you don't want to be saddled with, hey, remember that time they were all drunks? I remember that time they were all like disillusioned, abused child stars complaining about white privilege, and you're like,
And it was awesome.
I do wish they'd put out one season so it could have we would have endlessly complained about it if they put out that season.
The
It would have been
Powerpuff Girls are
fodder
heading
for
back
so
to the
much
big
shit.
screen with a new animated movie and currently in development with Warner Brothers. They're
Yeah,
having
of
a
course.
new movie coming back.
It's a great franchise. They should get the guy who made. You know what's interesting? The guy who made Powerpuff Girls, Craig McCracken, is married to Lauren Faust, the girl who saved My Little Pony by turning it into a fucking basically a sex cartoon for weirdos. So, I mean, she tried to make it fun for girls. For some reason, all the perverts of the internet said, yeah, I like those ponies, man. But they're like the American super couple when it comes to animation. It's sad that none of them get to own their creations.
Do you think magic will ever be sexy again?
No.
Damn it.
What's the name of the lady who turned into a Chroma, or Chroma's based on?
She's in the new Mystery Booster box, right?
Yeah.
Well, Phage is half of a Chroma, right? Am I tripping?
Yeah, you're right. Shit. Phage and her brother Kamal. All I know is I saw a picture and it was like Phage, how she originally appeared. And like, man, her bits were hanging out. And then I saw the new Phage, and it's shot from an angle where you can't see any of her whatever. And I go,
Is it like Dika or something? It was
might
one of the
be
new
Dika.
60 cards in the Commander booster. Mystery Booster Commander.
Man, I had it on my Twitter. I don't know if I'd be able to find it. Let me see if I can find it real quickly. But I don't know, man. Like, dude, I had this problem. I worked on a card game. And one of the female characters, we started getting like negative comments from fucking people being like, hey, you know, I don't know if you've noticed, but the world's advanced and we don't need a women's skin hanging out. I mean, she's supposed to be a warrior. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's not really supposed to be realistic.
It's
this
Nivea.
is Nivea is her name.
Yeah.
So this was the only card I think she appeared on previously, Mage's Guile. And as you can see, okay, not too shabby, but we can't have that anymore. And here is her new card. Look, it's not a bad looking card, but you go, hey, you could have put a little.
You know what it is? Gen Z is not about the titties, dude. Gen Z.
I don't know what Gen Z. I don't know what they're about, man. It's like I see them and they're all running around Twitter talking about how many, you know, fucking poly relationships they want to be in. And you're like, oh, cool. So in those poly relationships, you guys ever like take off your clothes and have sex? And they go, ew, gross. And you're like, what is this fucking generation? It's like you're all hyper sexed up, but terrified of human anatomy. I don't know what's going on.
It's because we're becoming like the weirdest version of prudes, right? We're prudes that want to be sex positive, but we also don't we no, if the age difference is too far, it doesn't matter if someone's 19. If there was someone who's 35, that's predatory. And it's like
it's like impossible to discern what's going on. And it's true, man. It's like everybody says, you know, hey, we're more sex positive than ever. And you're like, ah, cool. I want to put like a chick with like big boobs in this thing. And they go, you're like a misogynist. That's disgusting. And you go, I don't know. I just thought it looked cool and she looked hot and I like the female form. Do you want me to say that I don't like looking at boobs? Would that make you happy for some reason?
I'll tell you why 19-year-olds like to be with 40-year-olds. 40-year-olds, and as someone who dates 40-year-olds, you know, people in that age bracket,
yeah,
they like to fuck. They like sex. They like that stuff. They like boobs. They like dong. They just like. There's no weird predisposition that it's naughty or icky or gross or wrong. You guys have been flopped into this weird prude nation that also wants to have like. I love my furry butt plug. It's like the most self-centered, hypersexual virgins. It's wild. I love it. But
it's really hard to parse.
That's why we have cougars. That's why we have like sugar daddies, because these young people who are still interested in it can't get it from people in their same age bracket.
Yeah, dude, honestly, it's I mean, it's becoming a problem where people go, I can't believe that I can't believe these 19-year-olds are sleeping with like older men, older women. And I go, I think a lot of people in their demographic are just like hugely afraid of like sex and human intimacy. It's fucking weird.
They don't, it's not necessary anymore. They can get their intimacy with a screen in between the other people.
Well, they can just VR chat or some shit.
VR chat. If they actually want to touch a butt, they can go on to Grinder, or what's the one for straight people?
Grinder's where I get all my sandwiches. No, wait, what is it? Tender.
Tenders, chicken tenders. The Tinder. You can go onto Tinder.
I'll go on Grindr and I go on Tenders. Those are my two favorite.
I like how
food
it takes us 2 seconds to think of one of those crazy magic cards from 1996, but it took us 5 minutes to think of Tinder, but we both knew Grindr.
I got there. I got there.
Vito, we got
because Grindr's funnier.
We got caught.
I got Grindr stock at one point. Grindr stock. I said, wait, you guys have the fucking data of every gay man in the country? That's got to be worth something. I haven't checked on Grindr stock in a while.
Before Grindr, every area just had that park. And so don't go into that park.
Or do go into that park. Just don't go to the
Exactly.
bathroom if you don't want to have a real good time. Speaking of having a real good time, Billy, Y'shtola Knights Blessed has become the #2 commander of all time. Can you believe it?
The #2.
Currently knocking Edgar Markov down a peg. Edgar Markov, previously the #2, now Y'shtola the #2. You think it's good to see Edgar Markov get shut down? No more vampire love?
Edgar Markov is fucking boring bullshit. It's like,
I mean, it is kind of insane. I can't
play a vampire, get a vampire. Play a vampire, get a vampire. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. It should have had at least an activation cost of like pay 1, get a vampire, and even then, you're starting the game with a free enchantment in play.
I'm not even mad at it. It's just boring. Like the same problem with the damn I have this entire Dragon deck that I built, and it's like it's just play dragons a turn before they're supposed to come out.
Dragon is the #1 commander. Yeah. I'm sure you know
I have one just because I had all these dragons, didn't know what else to do with them. It's like a $5,000 deck.
Here's your top 10 commanders right now: Dragon, Y'shtola, Markov, Atraxa, Krenko. People love the goblins. Akalia, Vivi. That's 2 from Final Fantasy in the top 10.
Yeah.
Teval, the balance scale. I didn't know this was getting played like crazy. Yeah. Sauron, Miss Bumbly. And Palutena in #11.
How many of these top 10? Oh, it's top 11. How many top 10 decks do you have? Because I have a Pantlaza deck, but it's not top 10, so it won't count. How many of these do you run?
I have an Dragon deck and I have an Edgar Markov deck.
I have Dragon.
I have a Goblin deck, but Krenko is not the commander.
Yeah, Krenko's not my commander. I took apart Atraxa. I built an Atraxa and was like, this is fucking same old shit. Took it apart.
Yeah.
Then I have Bumbleflower, so we're not too heavy in the top 10, but.
No, I mean, look, if you're making a vampire deck, the problem is they made a new Edgar and he wasn't red. And you said, well, motherfucker, I want to play all the vampires. If you're going to give me another vampire lord, it's got to be all 3 colors. I don't want to play just 2 of them.
I thought about making a black and white vampire deck using, there's the girl vampire that sacrifices. I can't remember her name right now, but when she sacrifices, no, you make a bunch of 1/1 vampires when she dies based off her power, and when you sacrifice creatures, she gets +1/+1 tokens. It's like
Alenda.
Alenda. I was gonna make an Alenda, and even then I was like, this is too fucking basic. They've kind of ruined vampires as a tribe. There's not an interesting.
They need to come up with a 3-color vampire lord who isn't Edgar Markov. Now you're talking about this is good because Edgar Markov's boring. I'm gonna make the argument that Y'shtola is pretty fucking boring, dude. This is kind of not. I don't want to make a Y'shtola deck anytime soon. She's kind of a boring ass commander when you get down to it.
Let's read what she does. She's a 4 mana, 2/4 with
trying
vigilance.
To zoom in on her here. 2 mana, yeah. 2 mana, 2/4. Why
She's
can't
a cat.
I zoom in?
Everybody loves cats.
Well, I'm saying, so you're not doing anything. It's not like you're making a cat deck. You're definitely not making a 2/4 deck. So it's like, are her abilities going to do something that really inspires my deck building? At the beginning of each end step, if a player lost 4 or more life this turn, you draw a card. Well, okay. Again, this is more of that. You already want your opponents to lose life. You're just giving me benefits for doing the thing I was already supposed to do anyway, which is make people lose life. That's a stupid reason to let me draw cards. It should be if your opponent's gained 4 life this turn, draw a card. Then you go, that's interesting. That's counterintuitive. Now I want to play a life gain deck for everybody. And then whenever you cast a non-creature spell with mana 3 or greater, oh my God, Billy, can you imagine playing a commander deck that has non-creature spells in it? That I can't even think of how to all the deck building possibilities. I mean, there's so much I could do.
It turns your free counter spells into damage dealers. It's all the powerful cards in black, white, and blue with payoffs. Like, it's the payoff commander. So I get why it's
the
popular.
Ultimate payoff commander. It's the are you playing spells? I am playing spells. Well, then you're gonna do damage. And are you doing damage? I am doing damage. Well, then you're gonna draw cards. it's honestly, and I have a Surge Y'shtola. It looks cool. I kind of want to put it in a deck, but it's one of those cards that I look at and I go, I kind of feel like an asshole playing this as my commander.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I play a non-creature spell and everybody 2 damage to every opponent for a fucking non-creature spell. Jesus Lord.
This is the type of deck that like newer players should have because they need the extra boost.
Yes.
But if you're like a seasoned player, you shouldn't be building Y'shtola unless you have that, I'm gonna sit down with a bunch of other dickheads that play overpowered commanders, and then you fucking try and school them because like, okay, here, I'm pulling out the big gun. I don't really make those type of decks, and I should.
This card should honestly cost 6 mana just based on its ability. This should be 3 Esper colors. But yeah, this is a great deck, and it is. Again, it's the Precon commander. It comes with the fucking Precon. This is a great deck for Timmy's first Spellslinger deck where he goes, ooh, I'm a little sneaky mage, and I make, everybody loses life. That's great. But once you build like a tuned version of this, you're kind of an asshole.
Not even Timmy's you could build a tuned version of this, but there are just some players who are really fucking good at the game and they don't miss triggers and their decks are full of value.
Yeah.
If you have one of those guys in your play group, up your arms race a little bit. Just play better cards and try and hang with them because they should be happy that you're playing better cards if you're not to that level of gameplay that they're at, right?
I want to make for the table. I want to make a little plastic template that fits over a magic card with an arrow pointing to the magic card and the words "kill this bitch." And then as we're playing Magic, someone goes, I play my Y'shtola. I go, that's awesome. And then I'll just take that little template and I go, can I just put this on top of your card? And it's just a little arrow that says, kill this bitch. This is the problem. Y'shtola's the problem.
Do you think
anytime somebody plays a Y'shtola on your board, you should be like, that okay, you're the enemy of the fucking table right now. This guy's needs to be dealt with.
You think they'll ever get to the point where they'll have like emblems in the command zone and it's like kill this bitch, and you can everybody can have one emblem in their command zone that's like a game direction? If you have a peeve, like you just okay, I'm gonna play this emblem from the command zone for free. It's just gonna go over your commander. It's just kill this bitch emblem.
Label.
And every time someone kills them, they get a fucking like a bonus, right? So like, I'm putting this emblem on this commander, kill this commander. They kill it, they get to draw a card. They get to make a couple treasures, Like that'd be kind of a fun thing.
There's, they have those voting cards. There should be cards that say everybody votes for who they think is the problem, and like if you get a vote for you being the problem, you lose 2 life. Like a way that everyone at the table can punish the one player they think is ahead or something.
Well,
everybody voted not to be the problem. It gets to draw a card at the beginning of every turn. If you're the problem, it could be like the Monarch. It could be a designation that's voted on. Whenever you deal damage, vote on which player is the problem.
There are some cards that just let you answer, like working with other people, who the problem is. I throw a couple of those in every deck just because it's kind of fun to have them up. Like, okay, I have this deal. If I tap this creature, I get to choose a creature to die. You get to choose a creature to die. I'll choose this if you choose that. And they're like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
just pop and just kill like the problem's big creatures. And they're like, oh,
in a way, the Monarch often is who the problem is, though. Whoever has the Monarch designation may be the current problem at the table. So there's some interesting design space there. All I know is everybody has decided to stop building interesting Magic the Gathering decks and just go, oh, what if I played a little cat who rewards me for play? Oh, I play Force of Will, and then because I played Force of Will, everybody loses 2 life, and I gain 2 life, and then, oh my god, I can't believe somebody lost 4 life. I'm going to actually draw a card, and then I'm going to draw another counter spell? Oh my god.
That's not actually true, though, right? Like, there's tons of people who play decks that aren't this. It's just these decks are so pushed that they make it to the top because just about anybody can make something fun or playable out of this, to a lot of people, winning is fun, so they'll make a deck that can just win, right? To me, winning isn't fun because I can win with just about any deck in a pod. Give me any commander and I'll build something that can hang.
It really is interesting to look at this list of so Y'shtola at number 2, you got Vivi at number 7, and then keep going down to, is this also in the top 20? Right here, 24 and 25 is Cloud and Kefka. And then Sephiroth at 27. So what it really comes down to, dude, is, as I keep trying to tell people, Final Fantasy has redefined Magic in a way that few people seem to understand. Like, compared to Lord of the Rings, you have what? Sauron in the top 10. Is there any other
is it Final
Lord
Fantasy redefining Magic, or is it Magic wanting to make sure Final Fantasy works, right? They wanted to get Final Fantasy over. They pushed.
Yeah, they did push a lot of Final Fantasy cards, but I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't think Sephiroth should be in the top 30. He's mono black. He's mono black. You know, that's like extremely limiting. He might be. What other mono commanders? Look at this. Okay, so Krenko is your first mono commander. That makes sense because goblins. Giada is your white. And then that's not mono, that's 5 color. Him being, dude, mono black's top commander. I don't know.
He's the aristocrats. Like,
yeah, he's the aristocrat boy.
He does all that good stuff.
I think there's better options for aristocrats, though. I play.
He also makes emblems as a creature. How many creatures make emblems, right?
All right.
he's got some cool push.
I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying. There's a lot of Final Fantasy. You think of all the legendary creatures that exist in Magic. It is wild how many Final Fantasy guys are in the top 30 in your top commanders. I could be crazy.
Also, these top commanders are the last 2 years worth of data. So since they're newer, they're going to be higher too. This is, I think the data resets itself after 2 years.
Interesting. Well, 50,000 decks is a lot of decks. And honestly, she's only 300 decks away from being the top commander. So
make 300
let's just submit 300 Y'shtola decks and push it to number 1. We could literally do that tonight.
If everybody here makes 20 decks.
Let's get some last minute comments here as we wrap things up. Hotfot Dingledore says Hearthstone's better. Make a Hearthstone show. Sounds like a plan. iSquatch, when are we getting a comic drawing stream? Maybe I could. I've been working on the issue 2 and 3. Planeswalker Vito gives players an emblem that makes food tokens. Very good. Lord Malachus says, I built the Professor's Unknown event card. The Scholar of Seas.
Lord Magicus loves Merfolk. He's a huge Merfolk.
Oh, I just found my stack of Merfolk. I still need to make a Merfolk commander deck. Have any Marvel commanders been getting like a lot of love? I haven't really seen any. I'd like to do I kind of want to do, what's his name? Submariner, Namor.
Namor the Submariner.
But the problem is there's a lot of good white Merfolk as well. And some black Merfolk, but mostly white blue.
I am very close to putting together my Hulk deck from
I just found another Caltrops in a box. I'm like, ooh, I can sell this for like $20. Harbinger of Chaos says, I've built She-Hulk, Thor, Ant-Man, and the Fantastic Four alongside Y'shtola. Maybe some commander eventually has to be at the top of countdown. Yeah, but it's not like one that's like, wow, that's a really interesting, cool ability. It's just, just cast spells and draw cards. It don't matter. You know, this matters. Harbinger says, I built the Submariner deck. I did it after spoiler season. And Nigachu says Namor is sounding good in Modern. Yeah, I'm hearing that. Namor's kind of gotten a little bit of a bump because it turns out, as I said, you put Namor out and all your counter spells make you 2 1/1 Merfolk, which you can then use. Oh, actually, I think it's good alongside. There's some Convoke card, but it's also good with Shoal. And I sold a Shoal when I shouldn't have sold a Shoal. I think
shoulder shoal when you should have sold a shoal.
Shouldn't have sold the shoal. The shoal went up into price. Here's the shoal, disrupting shoal. Exile a blue card with commander mana cost X. So if you have Namor out, and then you, I don't know, you can make a shit ton of Merfolk with this, depending. But you do have to have exactly the right thing to spin it. I don't get it. I don't understand anything. I don't know Magic at all. All I know is I can't afford the Hobbit, neither can Billy. So, guys, don't forget to please leave comments below. Tell people about this show. And if we ever do a Patreon, sign up for it so we can afford Magic cards. Maybe my buddy Wallet Fatigue. I talked to him. I'm like, hey, man, next time you get 24 fucking Hobbit boxes, why don't you set one of them aside for me? You do a box opening or something. This has been Rhystic Study Hall. Billy, how do we find you?
At Billy the Fridge on all the platforms. Check out my music on iTunes, Spotify, and Bandcamp or whatever.
You can find me here at youtube.com/jazzmagic, youtube.com/Vito. And of course, if you like Millie and Billy, check out the latest episode of Biggest Problem number 235 at youtube.com/biggest problem, where most of the comments were nice. And some of them said, was this show with two fat guys talk about pooping? And I said, yes, it is that. That is the show. And I don't think there's a problem with that. I think that's a good show.
Someone called it the biggest problem in the universe, and that hurt my feelings.
They're very smart. They're very smart guys over there.
It hurt my feelings so bad.
All I know, guys, is build your Y'shtola deck, get your little kitty cat all gummed up, cast some counter spells, do some damage, feel good about yourself, have a hot dog, and keep playing Magic. Yeah!